Hello and welcome to another episode of Blades in the Dark here on Hero Club Live. I will be your GM for this evening, Dylan McCullum, and this is not the main thing we do in Hero Club. No. The main thing we do is our podcast, where we take our TTRPG sessions that we record live around the table and we edit them down with sound effects and music into these tight, taut little audio anthologies of all different genres. I'm not going to name them all because it's been forever since we've played, and I want to get into the game, so if you want to go check them out, go to the link in the chat right now. You can complain to me once you've listened to every single one of them. If you want to see the ongoing adventures of the Bridge Trolls in Blades in the Dark, you can go check out our VODs channel, where you can also go see the other campaigns, The King of Tides and Pair of Socks Lost. But here, we're going to continue our adventure, Blades in the Dark. Disclaimer, we don't know how to play this game. This is our fourth time playing. Marty doesn't know how a computer works, and and we will get rules wrong, but this is also kind of an adventure game where we get to learn the rules together with the audience, with ourselves, so we will eventually, probably after, 2 years, finally be competent enough to play a game a little bit. So let's go on to meet all of our players who for sure know their characters intimately. Let's start with Jasmine. Jasmine, tell us who you are and who you're playing tonight.
Hello, I am Jasmine, and I'm playing Mira. She is a slide.
Great, and I won't quiz you further. I won't quiz you further on what that means or what your abilities are. Let's move on over to, always the star of the show, Marty Abby Schneider. Marty, please tell us who you are and who you're playing.
Always the star of the show.
Oh, yeah. Scene stealer. We all know it.
Hopefully, that's complimentary. I am playing Edric Marrowfield. He is the group's leech. The leech is an arcane sort of chemist and tinker. And if you need, if you have three things and you need one thing that explodes, I can turn those three things into the one thing that explodes, basically. Or melts, or engages with the arcane in some way. And he's unhappy to be in this dingy dive suit off the side of this boat, and he's unhappy with how things are going.
Yes, we'll get into how everything's going as a little reminder very soon. Oh god, I did mess up their cameras, didn't I? That's my fault. And everything's gonna be bad for a second, but that's because I did this in a bad way. Okay, there we go. Everything's fine. Oh,
I thought you had already switched them back. It doesn't matter.
I think it got switched again. Yeah. All right, and over to Molly. Molly, tell us who you are and who you're playing.
Hey, I am Molly. Sorry if my voice is a little bit raspier than usual. Children are little germ carriers. I am playing Kenna Evelyn. She is a spider, which means she likes to make a lot of plans and know a lot of people. She only has one trauma, which I think is a great start, considering we have not really played that long.
It's a lot for this early.
It's a lot for this early. And yeah, I think things are going well.
And last but not least, Gabe, could you please tell us who you are and who you're playing this evening?
Hi, I'm Gabe Greenspan. I don't know what it says about me as a human that when Dylan said, "Here's the star of the show," I unmuted my mic. That's something I'm going to unpack in therapy later.
I'm very happy that you would at least admitted it.
I think any opportunity I have to claim that title, I will. I am playing Abel Doswell. He is the whisper of the group, which means that I see dead people, and I wish I didn't.
Mm-hmm. All right. Wonderful, everyone. Thank you so
Marty.
much. That really ruined Marty, I think, a little bit. Okay. So let us get back into this. It's been a long time since we've played. It's been a long time since all of you have watched. For those who are watching the VODs in sequence, I'm probably getting some things wrong. And you know what? That's the beauty of TTRPGs. You just gotta go with it. here is where we left off. Last time, we completed our first round of downtime. We learned a lot about our characters. We met a lot of new characters, one of which was Ulf Ironborn. Ulf Ironborn, not specifically Ulf Ironborn, but Ulf's night nurse, Luit Oban, which you all spent a lot of your downtime and some significant crits to get to be your own personal night nurse. That was a big deal. Luit Oban is kind of an older woman, kind of a cronish person who was able to basically reset bones really good. That's what she does, and she does it well. And now you finally have someone who can, based on those crits, you have someone in your crew a little bit adjacent who you can at least go to when you need to heal up a little bit. You also decided that you needed to start expanding. You decided that you needed some more turf, and you decided to move east from the docks into Brightstone. You had heard that there's another smuggling group called the Fog Hounds that are kind of doing your exact whole deal. They are smuggling within the canal routes. And you're like, hey, you know what? I think it's time to start making some moves. You made your plan. You found yourself in Brightwater Canal. Brightwater Canal is one of their routes where they're transporting some pretty high-end cargo. A good thing to know about Brightstone, something that I probably didn't fully explain the first time around, is that Brightstone is the best way to describe it is gentrified area. The best way to describe it is that there is perfumed water in the canals. It's kind of almost gross how clean this place is. A lot of blue coat presence here. There's a lot of lights. It's a very well lit area. Not the best place to be doing covert operations, but it also means that high-end goods are very well stocked in this area. So for smugglers like you, this is probably a great opportunity. We began their first official score, as the Bridge Trolls, and it was going fine, okay. They made a good plan to basically have a chicken wire, some kind of spike trap boat thing to stop the boat as it was going down Brightwater Canal, with Abel underneath the boat to plant a bomb. That did not go well. Sorry, Edric. Edric was underneath the boat with the bomb. That did not go well. A few gunshots were fired. They were able to take out most of the Fog Hounds by... Edric, was it a hypnosis grenade? What was the grenade that you used? It was some kind of a sleep powder. It was something specifically that made them drowsy.
Trance powder.
A trance powder, yes.
I'm looking it up right now.
Thank you. It was a trance powder. You got two of them. One of them was very stubborn, and you did have to decide to shoot him multiple times until he was killed and fell into the water. Something that none of you really knew, because I didn't know, because I'm a GM who's still learning this world, is that whenever someone dies in this world, you all hear, and people who are close by this area, you hear the sound of the spirit bells chiming. This is important to know because this alerts the spirit wardens. Yes, Marty.
Motherfucker.
Anytime someone dies, so like old man at home slips, brains himself on the counter, he also gets a bell?
Mm-hmm.
So they're just going off all the time.
But they're not like going off in everyone's ears. It's just like people who are immediately close by, and it's connected to the spirit wardens. So the spirit wardens know when someone dies in the city.
Yes. But it's not a bell that's like. Is it a real bell, like a bell
It's
tower?
a mental bell. It's a psychic bell, almost like think of it like alarm in D&D. It's like the alarm spell goes off.
For us, not just the spirit wardens.
No, it goes off in like the immediate vicinity. So think about it doesn't say in the book, I'm gonna say around like 30 feet. Like around 30 feet around the death. And the spirit wardens get it all the time. So the spirit wardens get it all the time, but that's also what their whole deal is. You would know this about the spirit wardens, and it's important to know this about Duskfalls. The spirit wardens operate completely separately from any other governing body. They work directly under the Emperor. They are his spirit Gestapo. They are going around basically harvesting bodies whenever they can, mostly so that, yes, to make sure that spirits don't rise, but also to then harvest the energy of people in many ways. The citizens of Dustfall do not trust them or like them. Whenever they have a problem with ghosts, like the Emperor would like the Spirit Wardens to be the ones who go and deal with basically ghost busting, the citizens don't go to them often because they're like very hardline about it. Usually they'll go to the Gondoliers. The Gondoliers have been fighting ghosts and spirits in this city before the Spirit Wardens were ever established. I was saying this on a planning stream not too long ago. You guys ended up aligning yourself with kind of an unequivocal good guys just based on name alone. You guys just went, let's go with the Gondoliers.
The Gondoliers.
The Gondoliers, and are like unequivocally the guys that everyone's like, yo, those guys fucking rule. They rule. Everyone loves them. However, the Spirit Wardens don't. They hate them. So, that's important to know. This all happened. The last thing that we heard was because of those gunshots, you heard the sound of boots of some kind of patrol, either Fog Hound or Bluecoats, running towards your area. We return now to the middle of the night. Lights are still blaring. This place, the lights are still going on here. You hear the boots a few ways away. We're going to say that it's about, to put the stakes down for you, it's going to be a 6 progress clock for this patrol of whatever it is to get to you. Reminder of what is at stake here. You have some cargo that you could steal from the Fog Hounds, but the cargo is currently on their boat that is trapped in the canal that you yourself trapped. You have your boat, which currently has 2 Fog Hounds who are under a trance powder. There's the dead one in the canal. So you have 2 boats that you could potentially use, one with the cargo, one without. You might want to take the cargo. You can also just cut and run, feeling satisfied by disrupting their operations this evening. That is what's happening at the moment. The obstacle right now is that there is a patrol coming towards you.
I feel like, Dylan, I fell into the water last time. Am I making that up? I have some memory that, like, I really messed up trying to choke a dude out and he pushed me into the water.
You did. You fell into the water. You got a harm, but that was basically where it ended. You got a harm for
right.
yourself, and then it's not like a big deal to get back up into your boat.
Great.
You can, like, that's not the big deal is not getting back into the boat. It's not like the canal isn't rushing water, right? You can just get back up. So that is where we are. Welcome back to Blades. Reminder for you guys that basically how this game works, if you hadn't, just to, let's all ease back into this, is that you basically call for an action roll. You say what you want to do, how you want to approach a problem. You are the one who tells me how you want to do this. I will then probably set how risky or controlled or desperate it is. We will make the roll. There's also the ability to assist people. You can lead group rolls if you would like to. You can set someone else up. Basically, assist, you take a stress and then you give someone a dice. To set up, you can basically give someone a better effect or improved position. So, like I said, the patrol is coming. You hear the footsteps. You also know for a fact that potentially, you don't know this for certain because there's only so many Spirit Wardens in the city, and as you pointed out, Marty, there's probably bells going off all the time. The Spirit Wardens might eventually be on their way. Something that you would also know is that they usually send out Death Seeker crows, like they send out a crow ahead of themselves to circle around a dead body. I know, it's not great. It doesn't sound good, right? It sounds evil. I'm not going to say it is, but it sounds fucking bad. So, that's where we are.
Trance powder, are they incapacitated or are they like
Marty, what does it say with the trance powder?
Trance powder Give me a sec. A glittering blue powder induces a pleasant hypnotic trance when inhaled. So they're sort of blissed out and like open to heavily open to suggestion.
Right. Is there like a time limit on that, or it just says that that's what's happening with them?
Doesn't say a time limit or anything. I think all of these are going to be pretty loosey-goosey when it comes to like
right,
time
of course.
limit.
And we already said that like they basically were suggested to get onto your boat and off of theirs. That already happened.
Yeah.
And they completely ignored the fact that one of their members just got shot and killed and fell into the canal.
Yeah.
All right, Avel's going to try and start offloading some stuff. I think we came here for a score. Let's at least try and get something out of this before we get out. I think probably the way to do that would be there's nothing that's like lift heavy in terms of stats, but I figure I could study to try and like do an assessment of what would be the most valuable things to grab quick.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would say that you're in a risky position at the moment. Not desperate, but in risky position just because of the fact that there is a time limit happening on you.
For sure. Alrighty, here we go. That is a 5.
Okay, we'll say that yes, you're able to do it, but there is a tick of the clock. There is a tick of the clock. As you're able to like sift through, you see that there's a couple of bigger crates, but as you would know, with high-class cargo, smaller boxes, probably higher price. And so you start loading up higher, like some of the smaller boxes off of the boat onto yours, or are you trying to just onto your boat specifically?
I think onto ours, right?
Okay.
We want to try and probably feed away. Yeah.
Can I know we just asked them to get onto our boat, but can I turn to the two that are under the trance and be like, what are you doing? Help him.
Yeah. Is that a sway?
Sway, yeah.
Sway, okay. Sway, everything right now is going to be risky just, actually, you know what? No, because of the powder, you're in control. So, okay, do a sway roll. 6. Okay, yeah. They're just, they just do it. They're just like, oh, all right. Why aren't we? You're so right. We should be helping. They help.
Yes, very good. Come lift with your back.
Also, it says I gain experience if I address a challenge with deception or influence, so I can mark an experience, right?
Well, that's because I'm pretty sure you do that only like once per thing.
It's at the
right?
end of the session.
It's at the end of the.
Oh,
it's at
I
the
see.
End. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't get that. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't believe you get that every single time you do it. I think it's a once
it says
per.
At the end of the
store.
session, you can mark it, and if you did it a lot during the session, you can mark it twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that'll be one tick in the progress for you guys to start making your way out of there. Okay.
If I remember correctly, am on the shore because I was a little bit ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, shooting.
Could I leave the bank and kind of see if I can scope out if anyone's heard who's coming, what are these like footsteps?
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of see if I can scout a little bit with survey.
Yeah, of course.
Survey.
Survey, this is going to be risky.
Okay. I got a 5.
A 5, okay. You peer around. It is a very well lit, even though like these are like darker corners. This is a very affluent area of Duskfall. You see familiar coats coming forward. It is the blue coats coming towards you. So not more Fog Hounds. Blue coats are heading your way, but they're a little ways off. So there's going to be a tick for you, a tick for them.
Ooh,
Do I see
then
one? Do I see any the guy that we don't like? Is he with them, or does it seem like just like a normal? Okay.
Well, no. It's just a normal patrol, but also you're too far away to fully see that.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, yes, hello, Raiders. Welcome on in. We're playing Blades in the Dark. We're not very good at it, but we're going to learn all together, all right? Thank you so much. It's so much. It's good to see you. Thank you, Stella, so much. How are you all doing?
Stella!
Okay, so
Oh my god.
you are, like I said, the clock ticks for them. They're about halfway through because it was a 6 clock for them to arrive. And you are all at as another 6 clock of like escape, basically, of these dueling progress clocks. You're also at a halfway point. So you both have like basically 3 ticks in the clocks, moving back and forth. These two Fog Hounds completely blissed out, moving some cargo onto your little gondolier ship, onto your little boat.
I'm still in the water, right?
You had actually gotten out. I mean, you can be in the water. You had gotten out a little bit to get the transpowder on them, actually, but
Great,
you
no,
can go back in the water if you want.
I mean, do we think I'll be of use in the water, guys, or should I get out and out of the dive suit?
I mean,
Like, we want to get going the second the cargo is on the boat, right?
probably.
Yeah, I feel like we want to book it.
All right, Edric is going to get back in the boat and start doffing the dive suit. And it could not happen fast enough for him, and it is going poorly.
Okay, you don't need. We don't need to roll for any of that. You're just getting out of your dive suit.
Great.
That is just happening. But you still have a few things barring your way of reminders of what's going on, is to either get out. Let me try to get to, let's see. On the map here, hopefully the boxes are fine. Haven't gotten a chance to see this. Now, on the map here, you had said that you were setting up a blockade here at the bottom of the, like, going this way as it was coming down this way to Brightwater. So you can either decide to start sailing up this way towards the lagoon, like further in to Brightwater, or back towards your place at Old Bridge, but you would just need to get rid of the blockade that you set up. So you can either go south, but you need to get rid of the blockade, or you need to go up.
Which direction are the blue coats coming?
It seems like the blue coats are coming further in from east. Like they're coming in from east, like probably down Garnet Road.
Can I... Well, wait, they're coming in from the east?
Yeah, they're coming... They're racing towards... They're coming in from the east, so they're racing west towards you.
I could, you guys, wreck the blockade, but in a way that is quiet and hidden from casual inspection, so anyone who comes and looks at the blockade will think that, like, it's still up and impassable. That's my special ability.
Don't ask, do.
All right, Edric is going to wreck the blockade, but in a way that just makes a hole big enough for us to go through with the merchandise, and anyone casually inspecting it will just still see an up blockade and not realize that it's passable.
Okay, how are you... Well, let's see how you do that. Okay, so it's still going to be... Again, right now everything is pretty risky. Not desperate, but go ahead.
And so... part of this ability is when I do this, the work is much quieter than it should be.
No, I know.
So I'm gonna say that sometimes the simplest option is the way to go, and throw a grenade. But I'm gonna throw it just at the right spot below the water line so that it's the concussion of it is muffled.
Gotcha.
But it does structural damage to the thing. Ooh, hang on. My real dice are right there. I have to roll a d6, right?
Well, yeah, the D6 are the dice you roll, but it's depending on how many.
No, I'll do it digital this
You
time,
have.
and then so for wreck, I have a one filled in hole. So is that 2 or is that 1?
I believe it's 1.
Oh my god. So for the ones that I don't have anything next to it, it's just like
It's
you
2 and you
can't-
take the lower
It's
one.
2 and you take the
Ugh.
lower.
so
Or
punishing.
you
5.
use stress. Okay, 5. Again, because of your special ability, it doesn't have as much of a consequence. So you are going to still gain yourself a tick. Okay, you're like on a nice edge right now, basically, because it's a partial success. So you throw the bomb. Everything's working your way. It didn't make a lot of noise, but time is still ticking. You need to get out of there.
Have we gotten a fair amount of goods back onto our ship? Onto our boat, not a ship.
You've gotten a fair amount. Yeah.
Ooh.
How many goods do we have back on? Not a lot.
You've gotten a fair amount. Like, I mean, you have people helping you. You figured out which ones were probably the best ones to get for yourself.
All right, I think we
But
should go.
but you probably don't have. You for sure aren't getting all of it right now.
But we could get away clean if we go now, right?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Should we leave the 2 people here and sway them to like tell the police that one of their members just fell off the boat and got hit by the rudder and then died?
Could we sway them to tuck the merchandise away somewhere that we could come back and get later? The stuff we don't have time to load. And if they get caught, they're acting alone and they're the ones stealing. How do
It's
we?
all-
Very
all-
specific for sway.
It's all of a dice roll, but
How long does that last? Do we know?
We don't.
Well, that's the thing is that like I don't know
No.
how. I have a feeling that would eventually wear off the next morning, so I don't think it's not like a suggestion spell, right?
That's true.
I feel like I'm going to sway them to stay and tell the cops that one of their friends fell overboard and died and hit their head.
Okay.
bullet
All
hole
right.
in his chest won't be.
Okay, this I will say this is
Oh.
risky.
I forgot.
This is risky.
We could dig around in his chest and pull the bullet out.
We don't have time.
Yeah, that's true. That would take forever.
Okay, so this is risky.
Mhm.
So does that mean I lose a die? Is that
No,
sort
no.
of
So risky has to do with basically what might help with your effect and the consequences according to the situation. So
Okay.
if everything's controlled, it means you act on your terms. You're exploiting a dominant advantage. It would be controlled right now because of your dominant advantage over them, but you're asking them to basically you're under the gun with the timing of what's going on right now, and because of what's happening with what you're asking them to do specifically, you're trying to tell them what to do in a very short amount of time, and for you to get them to do exactly what you want to do, it's risky.
6?
Okay, 6.
Wow.
6. They just say like, all right, yeah. You're right. We should call someone, but we should tell someone that something happened, right? Yeah, of course. Why shouldn't we? They just get onto their boat and just stand there, confused and waiting. You are in your boat. There is basically 2 ticks on their end, 1 tick on yours to get out of there clean.
Is our boat motorized, or is it like a rowboat, or like a wheel crank thing?
I'm pretty sure
I don't
this
know how
one
boats
is.
work.
I'm pretty sure this one is a rowboat, like a gondolier's boat. I
Okay.
don't think you had a motorized boat specifically, because you don't have that yet. Also, as part of your crew, I don't
right.
believe you have that vehicle quite yet.
Edric is gonna toss the pole thing to Avel and go, "You're up, old man," and then sit in the back as though he's just a customer of a gondolier.
Yep. And Abel's gonna start rowing.
Okay. What are you rolling?
Yeah. So there's nothing that would make me think rowing. I could do one of two things for you here, Dylan. I could either do skirmish, as in it is like me pushing and using as much force as I possibly can to sort of push against the water, and I'm skirmishing with the waves. The only other thing I can think of that would even come close to it would be a tune, in terms of like, I am one with the boat.
The rhythm of
Well,
rowing.
a tune is specifically to the spirits in the
supernatural.
ghost field. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it
for
probably
sure.
wouldn't be a tune.
Maybe tinker, possibly, to just because it's a tool that I'm using. I mean, technically, it is a blunt tool, is a rowing oar. I'm good with either one of those things if you feel like either one would be a buy.
It's really up to you. You get to decide which one it is. I'll just decide how effective it would be.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go skirmish because I think that it is like a hard push off the shoreline and trying to like fast turn the boat
Right.
in a way that is like aggressive almost.
Right, that'll be a standard effect. Yeah.
Come on, baby. 6.
6. Okay. You push off. You push off with the loot. Right as you hear the sounds of the Bluecoats talking with the Fog Hounds, and quickly arresting the Fog Hounds that have been, or at least talking with them. You're not sure if it's arresting, but quickly like taking them out, questioning them as you dip out further into the waters and kind of drift your way back to Old Bridge, unless you are trying to do something else this evening.
Since I'm not with the boat, can I hit up a few taverns on my way back and just chat about how, wow, seems like Fog Hounds really kind of messed it up tonight. They might be losing might be losing a little bit of their touch, their footing.
I think that's going to be something that we do in downtime if we're going to do that, because that's not part of the official score.
Okay.
It's specifically, because that would be like what you all do with the downtime specifically. But if there's anything else you wanted to do this evening when it comes to what you're doing with the cargo, if you're just taking the cargo with you.
What were we just trying to like get their cargo to hurt their standing? I'm trying to remember what the plan with the cargo.
You were trying
to
to
sell it ourselves, right?
You were trying to get their cargo and then also take over their foothold on this turf. You were basically trying to get their turf. If you remember, there is like the big thing that you're getting from this is, yes, the cargo, and we'll talk about that, but it's the turf itself is part of it. On your map of your of your crew type. And turf will then help you like level up faster, that kind of thing. And that's what you basically tried to get a foothold here.
So Dylan, instead then, can I just maybe that night, since I'm not in the group, go sit in whatever tavern is a big tavern in the area and just kind of see if Fog Hounds come in, see if anything's commented on, just kind of like get a feel for any immediate like aftermath.
Yeah, I think then we'll move into downtime for this then. As you kind of move forward, because I think that's more of a downtime thing. Because like the heist has gone off. Like you figured it out, you got the stuff. That's done. The score is over. That's the kind of stuff that we will figure out in like the free play portion of it.
Okay, perfect.
So congratulations. You did it. A simple...
We didn't die.
You didn't die. You didn't get caught by the... It looked bad. Those 6s were very important. You didn't get caught by the Bluecoats. And you made a severe dent in the Fog Hounds' foothold. Now let's go back into downtime, which again, we barely know how to do, so forgive us, gang. We're trying our best to learn this game. We're having a great time. So,
Edric pulls like a small vial out of his bandolier and like does a toast with it. It's like, excellent job, everyone. Goes to drink it, stops, does a quick sniff, whew, puts it away, pulls out a different vial, and then sniffs it to make sure, and then downs it.
Okay.
A job well done.
Indeed.
So-
Nice work, everyone.
Let us go to what you all get based on the nature of the operation and everything. Let us just go through it one by one. You will earn 2 reputation. At the very least, because of this score by default, they are of your tier, I believe. Well, actually, you are tier 0 at the moment, so you'll get 1 more.
Great.
You also earn a turf, which reduces how much you need to kind of like level up yourself. Sadly, because of what happened last time, you'll be going, instead of a level up into a tier, you have a weak hold right now, and you're going to be leveling up your hold instead of your tier.
Sure.
Basically how it works is that your crew tier has like 2 level ups that you need. Basically, you need to have a strong hold, and then you'll level up. And so you'll need to, and when you level up, you go to weak hold. So you have to have weak hold,
It's like
level
fun.
up
You
to
can only
strong
score
hold.
the point when you've already have possession of the ball. I get it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, if you keep the job completely... Oh, interesting. You did not keep it completely quiet.
What?
It says if you keep it completely quiet, you earn 0 rep. But you do have, even though they were zonked out, for sure witnesses. For sure witnesses, and a man is dead.
Quiet
Let's
as a field mouse.
Yeah. Your coin. I think that we're going to upgrade the coin a little bit. You'll earn coin reward based on the nature of the operation. We're going to say that it was a minor job, but because of what you did, we'll say that you guys got 4 coin.
Hell yeah, brother.
No, actually 3 coin. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
But
In
Bill
this
and I already
economy?
wrote it down.
It's 3 coin. You're at 4 coin. And let's look at the heat. Let's just say these all together. So after a score conflict with an opponent, the crew takes heat. So we had 1 heat for high profile or well connected. They're not well connected.
Dylan, I do have a note here from session 3 that says after downtime we had 3 coin. Did we spend more at some point? We must
Oh,
have.
I guess you did get. So now you have 6 coin. I don't know
Nice.
exactly what the vaults. I forget exactly how
Note
vaults work.
taking.
Good job, Marty.
Thank you.
I forget exactly how vaults work, but we'll have to look into that, which I will.
This would track. We had
Things-
5 coin at the end of session 2. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then I think we spent some of it on stuff. Yeah.
So heat. After a score or conflict, so you add 1 if it happened on hostile turf. It was. Add 1 if you're at war. You're not. Add 2 if killing was involved.
But like a little killing.
Just a little bit. Just a small kill. Like a kill
How
that no
much
one
heat do we
cared
get for a
about.
little kill?
Huh?
How much heat do we get for a little kill?
2. And then 0 heat for smooth and quiet, low exposure. And then 2 heat for contained standard exposure. I'd say it was contained. Even though it ended up going smooth at the end there, it was contained. So that's 5 heat.
Jesus.
Ugh.
So much heat.
It is. Now I have to roll for entanglements. I have fun with this.
Good entanglements.
Potentially for you, Edric. Potentially for you. So you roll dice equal to your wanted level.
Is that the same as heat or different?
Basically, yeah. Well, you there's a wanted level and the heat, like, with where you are, where, like, you could be wanted more, and so I might roll more dice. I only have 1 dice to roll. Oh, fun.
He says menacingly.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. Incredible.
I don't like this.
I don't know.
As you are drifting away, you have succeeded. You've done this well. Avel, you sense the presence of something lingering around you. Someone is lingering around you. Almost as if it's attached itself to the boat, to one of you. But you start to hear the sounds of wailing every so often just on the wind. That's all for now. Basically, but you would know that you feel like you're not alone. That a spirit has
found its way into my life again.
I'd say more like the end of Haunted Mansion, where, like, a passenger has taken a ride on your boat.
A stowaway. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a stowaway with you, and if you don't do something, it will make itself even more known.
Yeah. All right.
And now we move into downtime. But also at the end of a score, we deal with what you guys did with the XP. At the end of... Well, no, this is actually a session. We'll deal with that later. That's at a session, not the end of a downtime. So now we move back into downtime, gang. So reminder, when at between scores you find some respite from peril, you may pursue 2 downtime activities from the list below. You also recover all your armor uses. During downtime, you may perform additional activities from the list by spending 1 coin or 1 rep for each. For any downtime roll, you add a dice to the roll if you get help from a friend or contact. After the roll, you may increase the result level by 1 for each coin spent by hiring assistance, paying a bribe. And this is, remember, you can acquire an asset, you can do a long-term project, you can recover, you can reduce your heat, you can train, and you can indulge your vice to get rid of stress.
Sorry, repeat the things we can do one more time.
Yeah, understood. Understood. Yeah. So you can acquire an asset.
Right.
Which is like you can acquire a temporary use of an asset. That
was how we got our nurse, right? That's how we got Oban?
Yeah.
That's how you got Oban, which, because of fun rolls, is more of a permanent thing, but that's not going to happen all the time.
Great.
Yeah.
You can do a long-term project, which is you can work on something that you want to really make a long-term project. You can recover, which is get treatment to tick your healing clock, which is like a long-term project. You can reduce your heat. Say how you reduce heat on the crew and roll in action. This would probably be... You can obviously always just do free play and start like walking around looking for what was going on after the score, Molly. But if Kenna wanted to like reduce heat by going into bars, seeing like what the talk of the town was of what just happened with the Fog Hounds, that would probably be a good thing to do. You can train, which is you mark an experience for an attribute on your playbook, or you can indulge your vice, which is how you get rid of your stress.
Does everybody get to do only one of those things?
You all get 2.
We all get 2. Great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you all get 2.
I think I will do for one of mine reducing heat. Just
Okay.
because we picked up a lot. And just become more of a fixture in the taverns and social areas in our turf and kind of see if I can allay concerns about if anyone's concerned, like, oh my, there was a murder, or there was,
Mhm.
just try to kind of smooth perception of what happened.
Okay, yeah, what are you rolling for that?
Can I do consorts?
Yeah, of course.
5.
5. Okay. 5, you reduce... Not what I want. You reduce it by 2. You reduce your heat by 2. Incredible. You find yourself at one of, like, the local taverns. Are you trying to do it more in the docks, or are you trying to go into taverns into Brightstone?
I'm trying to go into taverns in the new turf area in Brightstone.
Oh, in Brightstone. Okay. So Brightstone, the taverns themselves are a little bit more like, they are a little bit more upscale,
Yeah.
You see a lot more people who are, there are taverns that are still more well-to-do. Hello, Guild Superior. Thank you for the raid. Hello, all. We're playing Blades in the
Nice.
Dark. And once again, we are not very good at it. We are still learning. So forgive us, anyone who is very adept at Blades in the Dark. We're having a lot of fun, but we have to reference the rules quite a lot.
Or tell us things.
Or tell us things, but nicely, please. Hello, everyone. It's good to see you. So you find yourself in the middle of a pretty, like, high-class tavern, almost to the point where you feel a little bit out of place as you walk in. But, a place to get beer and a place to get wine is still a place to get beer and a place to get wine. And
Could
you
I
start
have
to hear...
brought Edric?
Oh, yeah, of
if
course you can
it's-
have brought Edric.
Okay.
Bad idea.
And you just hear, like, these 2 people just talking, like, did you hear that commotion last night? Oh, yes, of course I heard the commotion. I don't know what is going on at Brightstone lately. It has just become so overwhelmingly grody and gross. Yes, I heard that there was an entire band of people caught in the canals. Absolutely atrocious. You see, that is why we put perfume in there, because of whatever they're doing. Did you hear that? Did you hear it was a dead body? No, a dead body.
I heard they call themselves the Fog Hounds. Sorry, not to interrupt, but my sister said she was around the area, and fog dogs, fog hounds.
The Fog Hounds, and you just see, like, this woman with, like, this woman in a very lavish dress, and this man with just, like, the thinnest mustache possible. It's just like, the Fog Hounds. Oh yes, I think I've heard of them. Rapscallion little gang trying to think of themselves as anything more than what they are. Absolutely atrocious. I believe that I've heard. Actually, one thing. Sorry, your name?
Kenna.
Kenna. My cousin, actually. I think that they had gotten some spark off of one of the Fog Hounds one time. Absolutely wild. She goes, did he? Did Leonidas actually get some spark off of a Fog Hound? Yes, he's very bad, but also, I mean, you can get something from somewhere else. I think he just liked the thrill of it all. But from what I understand, it didn't seem like the Spirit Wardens even bothered. Well, you know that they don't bother coming to this place.
Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
Out of nowhere, Edric, who has gotten up to go to the bathroom, from a different entryway than the bathroom he went to, comes hurtling towards Kenna, and I don't know if this is more for roleplay than anything else, tackling her off of her bar stool. as per her wishes from last session. Do you remember this, Molly?
Yes, it's part of the long-term project to get rid of Kenna's paranoia trauma.
Yes.
Oh, what is happening?
And did I connect? Did I? Because if I've connected,
assume.
the next move is to unclasp my half cape and throw it over her head, and I'm going to try to choke her out.
Can I finesse out?
Sure, yes. Sure.
Just the, like. the
No,
GM,
I can't. I rolled a
what?
1 and a 2.
Yeah. You try to finesse out, and since you're the one rolling the roll, this happens.
Oh my god.
What is happening? What is happening? Do I need to call the blue coats? What's going on?
From
If Kenna,
Mind you, this was to get the heat off of you. What's happening, Marty?
if Kenna, Edric like looks around,
Yeah.
realizing that Kenna is not putting up much of a fight, and then like looks at everyone and then just for lack of a better option, spits on her and then goes, "You keep the Fog Hounds' name out of your mouth," and dashes out of the bar.
I think if Kenna's gonna go like full damsel fainting, cannot believe that happened. How
Right.
scandalous. Try to play up the drama of it in a way that's fun and not horrifying and scary.
Edric is around the corner of the bar, just, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
They,
I hope she brings the cape back.
the two people that were talking with you were just like, what is going on? Surely.
Do you know him?
It seems like you know him, miss.
I've never seen that man before.
He was so well
Do you think he was
dressed.
on Spark?
He must be of some kind. This is, but as we said, it is absolutely, this town is going to shit. Excuse my language. But
I need wine. Will you help me drink a bottle? I need something.
someone just, the woman just goes, well, clearly you're not part of a gang because he said you weren't one. And that you shouldn't be a part of one. So yes, of course, my dear. And you spend the afternoon with these two rich idiots who you don't see again. But the reason it wasn't a 6 was because of whatever Edric did is the reason it was a 5. So you get rid of 2 heat on your crew.
Perfect.
2 heat gone. Now you are down to 3. That is one of your basically 8 actions that you all have collectively.
Insane. That was an eighth of what we're doing.
So is that Molly has used 2 actions? Or,
No, Molly's used 1 action.
Okay, great. I've
boy.
got an action I'd like to do,
Sure.
because it didn't go well for me last time, and I do still
Right.
need to do it. I gotta unwind, you guys. I need to de-stress and go visit Harville Brogan at the Centralia Club. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go do that.
So
I
you
think I
go
rolled
back.
a 1 last time.
Yeah, you go back to the nightclub, the Centralian Club. Harvale, once again, Harvale actually doesn't greet you this time. Harvale is performing tonight on stage. Harvale, once again, as we all know, Harvale is this beautiful drag queen, in drag this time. Isn't there to like help provide you with any services, but one of their many other like the assistants or one of the assistant manager is also there.
Great.
Oh, are you here for the show? Mr. Merrifield?
For Harville's show? Yes, I am, dear. I'll take any booth you have.
All right. You seem very, stressed. Do you need us to do anything about that?
Stressed? Me? I need you to do everything about that.
As this is happening, Harvale starts to perform on stage. A delightful performance. Sensual. For sure, the perfumes and the smog machines are drugged in some ways that you know about, but you're fine with. Everyone just gets a fair dosage at the Centralia
Just stacking
Club.
on top of what I've already taken, baby.
Exactly. And anyone who is unaware might just feel a little bit more inclined to tip or do something as they can in this luscious space. What are you indulging in this time, Edric?
Edric is just gonna take the show in. If Harvale's performing, it's gonna be good.
Okay. Well, let's make your indulgence roll. So you roll dice equal to your lowest attribute.
My lowest. So I have ones that don't have. Thank you. I have ones that don't have a dot next to
Attributes
them.
a category, not a skill.
Yeah,
Never
not a
mind.
skill. So it's the attribute is the overall.
Oh yes.
So instead of the skill, it's like the three things.
I'm gonna say my lowest is resolve. It's tied
Right,
with my
'cause they're
prowess.
So you clear stress equal to the highest die result. So how many are you rolling?
So, it's equal to the amount of dots in that category.
yes.
No, the
so
highest dot value. in that
you
category.
roll. Well, you roll dice equal to your lowest attribute. So whatever your lowest attribute is. So how many dice do you have in that attribute?
And is attribute the category or the skill in the category? I'm sorry, I'm not understanding. Like in resolve.
Attributes are resolve, prowess, and insight.
Yes. So am I rolling dice equal to all the dots under resolve or just to my sway?
No, it's to all the dots
Okay, so
in
two,
that attribute.
two dice. I'm rolling.
Yes, I believe so. Right, that's the whole point of
Yeah.
attributes
I
versus.
think that's correct. Yeah.
All right, so the first
Well,
one is
let
a
me get-
6.
Let me just make sure.
I'm keeping this roll.
Pretty sure
Let me
that's
just
right.
make certain of it.
Thank you for making sure.
I'm pretty sure. Action roll versus I want to make sure that we know this and never have to ask this question
I'm
again.
so sorry.
No, I have to. I have to ask it too. There are 3 attributes: Insight, Prowess,
Yes.
Resolve. Each has a rating from 0 to 4. The rating for each attribute is equal to the number of dots in the first column under that attribute.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so that's the important thing.
The
It's the
first
first
column.
column.
So it's how many you have. So if you have dots in 2 of them, it'd be 2. And if you have dots in like all 4, that'd be 4.
Yes.
But it
so
doesn't
it's
matter
just-
if you have 2 in 1.
Yes, so it's the
Right,
first
the
column.
horizontals don't matter.
Yes,
Cool.
so
Yeah.
horizontals don't matter, but the vertical does.
And I have 2 in that column.
Okay, great. But that is what it is. So
And Marty, your lowest one is 2? Oh, this
That
is
is-
possible.
What I have on the Molly made thing for resolve.
He's a well-rounded man.
So then when... Yeah, your lowest one's
no,
2.
yeah, lowest one's 2.
So that was a 6. And then do I roll another one?
Well, you roll another one, but 6. Yes.
But you could crit, theoretically, right?
I don't think so.
Isn't 2 6s a crit?
Yes, but here I don't think it matters
Oh, like I can't completely de-stress?
because it's clear stress equal to your highest die result.
Well, the other one was a 2 anyway, so 6.
Cool.
Uh, I cleared that amount of stress?
Yes.
Hell yes!
How much stress did you have?
5.
Okay. Well, now you overindulge.
No!
Bad. That's a bad thing.
Are you kidding me?
No.
No, that's a bad thing. That's why I asked.
Yeah. So if you clear more stress levels than you have marked, you overindulge.
You
So
This game is not just punishingly intricate, but also just punishing. Like,
So, Marty,
why have
There's a checks and balances system, Marty.
so you can
what I do terribly last time and terribly this time in a different way? That's
Marty,
the checks and balances.
so you get to kind of decide here what you want to do. So overindulge, you make a bad call because of your vice. In acquiring it or while under its influence, what do you do? So you can either attract trouble, which is that I can roll an additional entanglement, which is what happens with the heat. You can brag about your exploits, so you add more heat. Like you can be like, wow, last night we just fully stole from the Fog Hounds.
The Fog Hounds. I just checked with my friend Kenna and blamed it on the Fog Hounds, but really it was me, my crew.
Which, to be honest, kind of feels like what you already did without anyone asking you to do it. Lost, which is what you're not going to do for your sake and mine, which is that you play a different character until one returns from their bender.
No, I'm not doing that. Even though, if we're talking about what the most on brand is,
So funny.
it's
Yeah.
that.
That's what I'm gonna do.
And
Hard
then
for me to run
and then
6 characters.
and then tapped is that your current purveyor cuts you off, and you need to find a new vice purveyor.
oh my god,
Oh.
that's so funny.
No. Oh.
So you start watching the show. What do you think you do?
Real quick, you don't need to give me the whole spiel on each one. List them off quick.
So I'm gonna get rid of Lost because it is the
Yes,
most
yes,
in
yeah,
character,
yeah.
but we can't do it. You can attract trouble, which just means that I personally would have to like roll on a table to see if something else, like that something kind of bad happens, or that just something happens that is kind of generic, like you don't know what to pick, so you just attract trouble. You could just brag about your exploits, which you just add 2 heat, or you are tapped, and that just means that you're cut off, and Harvale is like, you can't come back, and you have to go find someone else to get your indulge your vice in.
Oh, no, but I love Harvale. Although that seems like the least harmful one to us all. Like, I
Well,
mean, like, what happens
it's-
if I do that one?
Well, it means that you literally have to find a new source for your vice, and at first won't be able, like, you'll probably have to do that as an action. Like, you can't just, like, and you'll have to have a new
By the
vice
way,
purveyor, and you can't
need to
indulge
find,
your
like,
vice.
question
new-
about this.
What you call it? Acquire an asset, right?
Yeah, it's basically an acquire an asset thing.
So, question about this.
Mm-hmm.
If I get thrown out of this, first of all, do I still clear all my stresses from this?
Oh no, yeah, you still did clear your stress.
Oh, Baruch Hashem. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is misread like an audience participation bit that Harvale is doing, and like fully think it's like I am supposed to go on stage and not, and like that is not the situation, and I get thrown out of the Centralia Club, unfortunately. I have my second vice purveyor locked and loaded. How do I just write them down? Or do I have to, like...
You have to go through the process of like acquiring a new asset. Like it's like you just get to say,
Oh.
yeah, it's not Marty. There's not one that's just like nothing bad happens to you at all.
It's not
except
2 consequences
story-wise.
and 1 nothing.
How long does that process take?
There's an entire action which is like acquire asset. And
Oh, it takes an action.
a downtime
could just be
action.
It
my
could be
second
your
action.
other.
But
It could
Yeah,
just
you could-
be my other downtime action.
but I mean here
It's not going to be.
I will look it up. Let me look it up, okay? Let me
if
look
it's
up
just
exactly.
one downtime action, I pick this
Well,
one.
the thing is, technically, those are
Acquire asset
Temporary
doesn't even cover
assets.
That? Yeah,
huh?
right.
Yeah. So I don't know if that even. Let me look something up here, okay? We're constantly learning new things. Now, of course,
I know.
this is typically achieved by initiating a long-term project.
That's like
Yep.
4-ish actions to complete.
Yeah. That's like potentially like a bunch of different downtimes. That's what I thought it
Jesus.
could be.
That's so funny.
So, like, no, it's not just that nothing happens to you. It's that, like, for a couple of downtimes, you would be without a vice purveyor.
You
That
can't
would-
clear
that's-
stress.
Yeah, that's not gonna work for me because I'm gonna pick up a lot of stress, baby. Okay. I think so. There's not that I can't get lost.
If you do, you are the one making your new character, and
Of course. He's identical to Edric Merrifield. He just.
no.
I'm so sorry.
Cedric Tarrowfield.
Okay. And so there's the one where you roll on a table, and
It's
then
ro-
there's.
You can do the vice one. It's just that you now know the consequences.
Yeah, I
At
know
the
I'm
end
not
of this,
doing
we're
that
gonna
now.
be a quarter of the way through this downtime.
I'm so sorry.
Well, this is what I mean. This is the game.
This is downtime. This is what it is.
This is the
Most
game.
of it.
The game is downtime and then the score.
Yeah. This is
Okay.
like
It's not just
50%
ticking
of
things
it.
off a list. It's role play.
Yeah, right.
So there's the table, and then the other one is just more heat.
It's just more heat. Yeah.
I really don't want to do the one that's more heat. We just got
You can do
heat
heat.
off.
I might try and clear some heat or something.
You're right.
I'm
It
gonna-
would just completely counteract what Molly just did.
Did I do anything helpful in terms of her long-term project of getting over her trauma?
No,
the
'cause-
attacking?
No, because that's part of the long-term project.
I have to spend
Action.
an action to do
Yeah,
that.
you
But
have
it
to
was
spend-
really good role play.
Yeah, you have to spend an action to do that.
If me attacking her is an action, does it help that project?
If
can he,
you
like,
decide
assist?
to do a long-term project, you can say that you're working on a long-term project to help. Sure.
Oh, but it can't tick one off of her project, right?
No, I'm saying I would allow that technically. I guess
Like
if you're
me
using.
Like if we retcon that me attacking her at the bar is me helping the long-term project, I won't feel as bad about giving us more
You
heat.
don't have to feel bad.
But
at
yes, Marty, we
all,
can
I
do
promise.
that. We can do that since you've been asked to be a part of the long-term project. Yes, we can do that.
Okay.
But that's a different thing, and we'll have to roll for it.
I guess theoretically, well, there is for any downtime activity, you gain a die to the roll if a friend or a contact helps you.
Yes,
I guess
that's also true.
technically he's helping
Oh,
her.
if Molly decides to do that as her other action. So
I mean,
so-
yeah, it's hard to say because I'm pretty sure friend. I don't know if friend or contact means other party member.
Sure.
Because then
Regardless-
why wouldn't you all just get help from each other?
Always
That
help
makes
each other.
sense.
Yeah, no.
yeah.
That's what we would
Well,
do.
regardless of what.
Carry the
Regardless-
one.
Now, I may be wrong, but that is kind of my thought.
So regardless of what we decide for that, I think I will like to add more heat to us. And what I did not mention is that as I was coming in, talking to the front of house lady, she asked, "How's your club going?" And I went, "It's not a club. It's called the Bridge Trolls, and I hate the name of the Bridge Trolls." I mean, it's meant to be like, you know, when you start, like, I got into crime for the intrigue and because of my tremendous debts and expensive tastes. And I just thought that a perk of that would be a little more mystique and a little bit more of an air around the people that I associated with. And it turns out that not everyone shares the same aesthetic preferences that I do. And I think the Bridge Trolls is gauche. I think it's terrible. I don't like our choice of location that I'm naming. And I say a bunch of, I mean, not really name it, but I say a bunch of specifics that if the person was careful to listen or someone overheard, there was some heat.
They did over here,
Great.
and heat has gone up by 2.
I'm so
Also-
sorry.
Also, I will let you guys know that when it comes to like the coin, basically like that your let me just make sure of something. That like I think each of you have coin, and then also the crew has coin. Like the crew sheet. I don't know if you have a coin stash.
Yeah, we do on our show.
I think we
On
one
your
one
character
each,
sheet?
right?
I don't know. I'm saying I don't know because I'm looking at this and it says basically that like more than 4 coin is impractical amount to keep lying around is what they say, because that's why there's only like 4 slots on the crew
On the
sheet.
thing. Yeah.
So you must spend excess or put it in your stash. A crew can also store 4 coin in their lair by default. So if they upgrade to a vault, then they can put excess. Yeah.
God.
Okay.
And remember, you can spend coin to get additional activities. So,
Oh,
okay,
question.
but let's move on.
Did any of us get experience during that job, by the way?
It would happen at the end of the session.
It happens at the end of the session. Okay, but let's continue. Let's continue.
I would like to train.
Okay.
I would like to train in prowess
Makes sense.
because
Since-
got nothing there.
And also, you mark 1 XP for attribute of your playbook, and then +1 if you have the appropriate crew training upgrade, which I'm pretty sure you guys do.
Do we have a crew training upgrade?
I thought that
I have some memory of that, possibly.
I'm pretty sure that the layer that the smugglers just come with training and prowess. But maybe I'm wrong. I believe so. I think so.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure it's just like already there. But I can find it.
So she just gets 2 XP there?
I think so. Yes, I think you get 2 XP for that. Let me just make sure of this. You are the smugglers. Let me make sure I'm not wrong and that it's actually there. So crew type. Yeah, starting upgrades, training and prowess. Yep.
Dope.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so how are you training? Just so we know, so we can feel it.
How do you train in like being sneaky?
I don't know. It's all of what your characters do ever.
um,
So what do you think?
I wonder if it's like a sports. I mean, we don't have like a video replay, but if there was like a sort of intense like observation of this is what worked, this didn't, and like kind of keeping an eye on like how Edric is able to be silent with his explosions and I'm gonna walk around and try to be sneaky, I guess. I don't know.
I'm picturing you just parkouring everywhere as you just kind of like jump over canals.
And I say parkour every time I jump.
Good to know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one of your downtime activities. Anyone else?
Yes.
I should probably heal up a little bit. I could pay I can pay Lewis a visit.
Okay.
Excuse me. I like show up on her doorstep. Knock.
Yeah.
I got hit in the chest.
Sit
I
down.
need
Sit down on the table.
Yep.
Okay.
Take off my shirt.
So I believe how this works is that we roll to recover, and it's like you tick your healing clock, right? Which is a 4
Yeah.
clock, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. And I believe I roll this.
I think
Yes.
so. and
So
I
when you
think-
recover, you seek treatment. If you don't have a contact, you can use the acquire. You do have a contact now.
Right.
Your healer rolls, or Or the quality level of the NPC, yes. And we said that Lewitt, I think what did I write?
She was like fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like pretty.
I think
Okay.
I think she was 2 for when it was temporary, but now is only 1 now that she's
That
permanent.
seems correct. Yeah.
If that's not what I said, it's what it is now.
Great.
Hacha. Okay, you got a 4, so you get 2 segments.
I will take 2 segments if you like.
Okay.
Ugh. Thank you so much. That is going to smart.
Get out.
Yeah, of course.
Leave. No need to see you. Your
No,
chest.
I'm
Stop
already
hurting.
gone.
Stop
I'm
hurting
already
it.
gone.
Stop hurting.
There's no guarantees. I will see you soon.
I
But
not
not
see
too
you at
soon.
all.
I will not see you soon. I will see you only a little soon.
Not see you at all.
Ugh, I'm going to marry that woman.
Lewitt was blind, correct? I remember that right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Wow, I'm nailing being a GM for this game and remembering things. Okay, who's going next?
Could I start a new long-term project
Of course.
and
Girl.
ignore currently my old one? I'd like to.
Kenna's got plans.
Yeah.
I'm a spider, but I would like to see if I can. I want to work towards getting us a pretty steady or pretty reliable supply of something that we can be the providers of, whether that's spark or whatever.
Mhm.
Like, I want us to have. I want to work towards being able to say, "Oh, we need to smuggle this. We got you." Like, I need
you want to
to
find
get
like either
sources.
a corner the market. Do you want to like corner the market on something, or do you want to like work with someone to create something?
I think Edric has very fancy tastes and very interesting applications and experiments.
Mhm.
I wonder if we can work on creating some sort of maybe spark, like party spark, that these richer idiots that would feel is more in vogue doesn't have really aggressive. Like, I want like party Molly.
Right. Okay.
So-
So like I said, so do you want to find
So
this
I'm
corner
gonna
of the
work with
market,
Edric
or
to like
to make it, to like develop
to make it, to
make it,
develop
okay.
it, or like be able to tweak it in a way that's, oh, our stuff is a little different, it's a little refined, it tastes kind of nice, it feels a little bit
So-
better.
Tinkering, crafting is one of the downtime things someone can do, according to what I'm reading. And I think I can just make spark.
Well,
Is that
because downtime specifically has the things that I said.
so? To craft
What-
something,
Mhm.
spend 1 downtime activity to make a tinker roll to
Okay.
determine the quality level. Yeah, okay.
So what does
Well,
it say?
yeah, and this
Okay.
would be like I want a project to be able to tinker something that's like special to us.
Yeah, she doesn't want
like
to just
have a
make
signature.
normal drugs. She wants to make something new.
Got it.
So she doesn't want to just make Spark or Quicksilver or Blood Needle or Black Lotus. She wants to make like your own strain of something. She wants to
Maybe something, yeah, the gondoliers would particularly like, something that makes spirits be a little bit more quiet, just something that's, and I'll maybe suggest it to the group, like bring up what would we like our name to be on? What do we want to build?
You can start this long-term project for sure. You for sure have the means. You have people in your corner who have the ability to look for those kind of people, either chemists or tinkerers. So we can for sure find your way to that. We'll figure out later if it's more spiritual or not. To make a drug that is like stable and not just like killing people all the time, it's gonna take a little bit. So the long-term project, what was the last one that I gave you? How long of a clock was that?
I had, I think 4
Okay.
to.
I think this one is going to be a 6 o'clock. No, I think it has to
fair.
be 8.
Yeah, that's fair.
So let me just roll. Let me put that on the list. Oh yeah, I have all these downtime clocks for the factions. Okay. Bespoke drug. So you roll a trait. Yeah, so go ahead and roll whatever trait you want to.
Okay, so I guess to start this project, I know eventually I'll need to get to like chemists and things like that, but could I use consort to do market research and figure out what the niche is,
What is the market lacking? Of
what's
course you
missing?
can.
Yeah.
Of course you can.
I got 2 5s, so 5.
So 5. Okay. So 5 you get and a crit is 2 6s, right? Yes.
Yeah.
And also welcome raiders. Wow, a lot of raiders tonight. Wonderful.
Oh my God.
It's so nice to see you all here. We're playing Blades in the Dark. We have only played a few times. We're still learning. We're looking up everything all the time. So sorry if you're used to people who really know the game. We are trying, and we will get there eventually. But we're having a fun time.
They're used to lollygagging, I think.
Yes, great game. Okay, so that's a 5, so that's going to be 2 ticks on the clock. You're getting there. We're getting to a bespoke drug. Okay, so that's both of your downtime activities. The rest of you each have the next one that you guys got going on.
Gabe,
Marty?
have you done either of yours yet?
I did one of mine. I healed up a little bit.
And Jasmine's done one. I'd like to do something helpful. Anything that is helpful to the group and not a detriment. I was thinking I would potentially also start a project.
Okay.
And I was going to maybe invent like a gadget of some kind, or I did scroll down and see that I could build a hull, which seems ambitious. A spark-crafted body animated by a spirit, but considering that perhaps something has attached itself to Gabe, which he has not made known to me, but if he did,
No.
I could be like,
It was. So I'll say it wasn't just attached specifically to Gabe. It was attached to
I
all
just
of
have
you.
an attunement to.
Oh,
the
he just
spirit.
knows.
He's just
that's
the one
happening.
who's attuned to this sphere, and it could
Would you
potentially.
have said something to Edric about it?
Nah.
All right. Edric, blissfully unaware of this ghost, is probably just going to try and invent like a little doodad that you can just plug into any lock, and it'll just sort of mechanically pick that lock, and it'll just be as if that lock was unlocked by the key that fits it.
Okay.
Is that like a thing I can make? My doodad?
So for your a long-term project for this?
Yes, it says to invent a formula for studying a new alchemical concoction or the plan for a new item of your design, you need to study it as a long-term project.
Mm-hmm.
Most new formulas or designs will require an 8-segment progress clock to invent and learn.
That's what I was going to say. Yep.
The player and GM answer questions about the invention to define what it will do and what is required to create it. The player, oh god, I have to record these answers in my notes for future reference. I've
Hell
changed
yeah.
my mind.
Great.
I want to go fix my body. No, I'll do this.
Great job, game. Okay, yeah, so let's start the project. I'd say that like the first thing we need to know specifically, is this more alchemical? Does this have anything to do with the spirit field? Like, is this going with the ghosts? Is it something like how is it attuning itself to? Is it attuning itself, or how is it figuring out the lock? Since this is kind of making a mechanical thing, but it's in some ways like a tech thing that is like picking the lock itself.
I think it's totally mechanical, like a little wind-up toy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got a bunch of different little key parts on it, and if I just, like, I plug it in, and it's like a basic, like, sort of modular key that, like, as it goes in, it gets, like, molded to the lock, and then I wind it up, and it, like, puts those things all in place, and then, like, turns on its own, and, like...
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you think of this thing as something that is, like, what, because you're developing this thing, is it something that is multi-use that can be used over time, kind of like a skeleton key, or is it a thing that is one-time use, you use it, and then it kind of like sparks out and then falls off?
I am thinking it's multi-use.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because otherwise, 8 segments to do this is going to feel very
well,
not worth
I
it.
think the thing is, it says it takes 8 segments to research it and develop it, and then it would probably be like a downtime to make another one. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like once you the major thing, as we all know, the long time thing is the research and development process, which is what you're doing now. Then making it would be like, oh, it's just materials. I know how to do this now. That's why it says the researching of it takes 8 clocks, not the actual building of it.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Probably just means that if it is multi-use, it is more prone to failure. It is probably the thing.
I'm going to say that because it's a research and development one time to be able to make it, I'm going to say single use, but it works well.
Okay.
Is what I'd rather.
That is good to know to start. We will go into the details of who you're probably working on this with. You're going to be talking with someone out in town, but you're starting the idea. You're going to shop it around. You have to roll a trait, and we'll see how many ticks you get.
Great. I will roll study.
Gotcha.
Feels right. Oh yeah, and I have to roll it. 3.
3. Okay.
Is that 3 ticks on the 8 segments?
No, that is 1 tick on the 8 segments.
Great, that's what I thought.
Okay, that is your second.
That's my other one, yeah.
Yeah. Unless people want to start spending coin to do more actions.
I would like to ask the group
Yes.
if I could spend a coin to get my physical harm cleared, which is at a 3 out of 5.
You should do that. Also, we don't have a lot of storage yet, so
Okay.
might as well be spending.
I'm gonna go...
I don't know if there's a guarantee that you'll get it cleared, but
Or
I'm
not
down to-
cleared. I can't overindulge my going to the doctor,
No,
right?
you can't.
All right,
no,
great.
You can't do that.
Then I'll also go to Lewitt and get it, like, taken down, not cleared.
Okay. And just so I know, like, looking at what your sheets are, so each of your sheets have 1 coin each on them, basically?
No, we have the full coin system.
So you have the coins from what we're saying. Like, you have 6 coins, but now you have 5, is what we're saying. Yeah. Okay. I'll figure out exactly how the coins work later. But the idea is that I think, like, you should have 4, because remember, coin is, like, representative of a lot of money.
Right.
Okay. So you down to 5 coin. Yeah.
Can I also just go with Edric, because I'm gonna heal up too.
It's
Okay, sure.
Edric.
This is my second one.
This is your second one. Lewitt once again goes, oh, both feel terrible. Come in. Sit there. You wait turn.
Look at my hands. Look what's been done to my beautiful hands.
I cannot see.
Well, feel. I think my fingerprints have been rubbed off by that horrid propeller.
She goes first. You go second. You wait.
Ugh.
I'm bleeding still.
I'm bleeding still. And mine was in water. I don't know if I'm infected. Oh.
She just goes, you smell perfumed. You're in Brightstone water?
Yep.
Not infected.
Oh. Thank heavens.
Not infected. Smell awful. Overpowering. Do not like it.
Me neither.
Well, That makes 3 of us.
Okay, so Jasmine, you will tick your healing clock for 2 segments.
Okay. I'm at 3 now, so I just need
Okay.
one more to
One more.
get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Yep.
Or to reduce the harm.
Just bump it one up,
Yeah.
Jasmine?
What's up?
You want to spend one of our coin to just bump it one thing higher and get rid of it?
Sure.
Yeah, I think you should.
I'm fine with you taking that one of the coins for that.
Cool,
Okay.
thanks, guys.
So you'll spend a coin. You reduce each instance of harm on your sheet by 1 level.
Okay.
So level
I am-
1s drop off, level 2s go to 1, level 3s go to 2.
I'm no longer harmed.
Great.
Done.
And Marty, you take 1 segment.
1 segment off.
Yeah. One
That's okay.
1 segment of your healing clock.
I'm fine with that. I am at 2 out of 5 instead of 3 out of 5.
Well, no,
No.
two out of your healing clock.
Oh, never mind. I just on the little.
Yes.
I see what you're talking about.
Yes.
The little project clock. You
Yes,
get 4
the project
ticks,
clock
and-
of healing. Yes.
Yeah.
I see it now. That sucks.
I'll end on our downtime, lose our player downtime by I'm gonna try and clear some heat off of us as well.
Okay. How are you doing that?
I'm gonna sort of like hang around bars and taverns and stuff like that. And if this is the way that Abel would do this, because I have 0 sway or consort. So the way that he would try and get some heat off us, if he overhears anyone sort of mentioning the bridge trolls, he would like pull them outside of the bar, punch them in the face, and be like, "Don't say that again. Walk home." And just skirmish. I'm just going full
You just
But like any
intimidating
mention,
people?
or just
Intimidation.
negative mention.
anything. I don't want you to talk about us. I don't want names on lips. We're shadows.
Okay. That it's just like a full intimidation. That's what's getting the heat off. Okay, roll
Yes.
skirmish.
Great. Here we go. 6.
6. Okay, you reduce it by 3. People are horrified.
Perfect.
There's a couple of people who just mentioned some bridges, and that's fine too.
Don't talk about bridges.
I think even though we didn't say that they helped, it's just fun that Ulf comes with you and is just also
Yeah.
just like don't talk about bridges.
Listen to this man. You did not talk about bridges.
Wasn't Ulf working class British accented last time we?
No, Ulf wasn't. Ulf was
No,
more
also a Scovelander like me.
Skovlander.
Oh,
You're
right.
thinking of the anarchists.
Yeah, you're thinking of.
Oh,
you think
yes,
of
I am.
Decker.
Yeah, you're thinking of Decker, who is Jason Statham, who looks and sounds exactly like Jason Statham. Yeah, no, Ulf is
our
also
big guy.
Skovlander. Okay,
Unpleasant in a rugged, alluring sort of way.
Thank you.
so that's your downtime. Of course, you can talk about whatever you want. You can discuss, but now we move on to deciding all the way back in to what we want to do next.
Is there any team things that happened in a downtime? I remember like last time there were clocks that got moved or something like that. Like
What do you mean?
Of our layer stuff?
Yeah, our
yeah,
turf.
like layer stuff or
stuff
turf
like that.
stuff or anything like that. Is that?
I don't think that happened in any kind of downtime.
All right.
Like the layer stuff that we were talking about, when it came to crew XP, that also happens at the end of a session.
Okay, cool.
End of a session. The crew map, like the crew sheet, that was what helped you guys figure out what you maybe wanted to look into for what you wanted to do next on the, on your next mission.
All good. I was confused,
Now-
but we good.
You can just now it's up to the next score. So again, the downtime is like basically like you did that downtime. You have established a little bit of some turf, some foothold. Oh, also, the other thing, there is one thing that I do need to do here. which is that. Let me just. Give me 1 second. I just need to remember this part. Yeah, okay, so there is some faction movement because you made an attack against the Fog Hounds. So basically all of their enemies, you get a +1 with all their enemies.
Great.
So it's interesting. Their allies don't hate you more, but the enemies are like...
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's kind of how it works out.
Love that.
Is that to our reputation?
Not reputation. This is to your faction score. Has nothing to do. Reputation. Everything. There are some confusing terms, especially if you've been playing video games for a long time in your life, where you're like, well, usually you think about reputation when it comes to faction identity, but reputation is not what they use when it comes to factions. They use a completely different word. Reputation is a whole different thing. And
Gotcha.
so,
Cool.
yeah.
Great.
So, you can decide what you're feeling. Basically, the idea right now is that you have a pretty nice soft hold right now of your location. You have the new piece of turf. You're starting to get some new drugs out onto the street, or at least try to figure out what's going on with the street. The Fog Hounds are still probably... You have done a significant dent in the Fog Hounds. They're not a big crew. They're about as big as you are. Basically, you took out, like, kind of 3 of them in some ways, but there were, like, 3 more. They were, like, a few more people than you. They were for sure not the major players in this. But you're not at war with them yet, but you are on rocky footing with them. So if you attack directly them again, it would be a problem. You would be at war with them. But who knows? Maybe you would be able to take them all out in one fell swoop if you decided to really go after them, like right away.
I was actually just going to suggest that we do that.
I'm not against it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's...
To go after the Fog Hounds?
Yeah,
Take them
out.
fully out.
Try and take them off the map as players.
Is there, like, a benefit to, like, if we do that, do we, like, get their stuff? Like, globally get their... Not globally, but, like... Do we get, like, their hideout in addition to our hideout, or...?
I mean, there are some things that you would get, for sure.
Okay.
I don't think that you just fully, like, assimilate something.
Okay. Well, it sounds great. I think we should do it.
Do we know their allies and enemies?
Yeah. Yeah, we can,
Yeah. What is going to war with them mean for us?
Mm-hmm.
Well, and must we call it war? War is such an ugly term.
It is war.
Well,
We
it's a
look to
sort of a-
decimate them and leave them with nothing.
It's like a sort of a less than friendly engagement. But there's lots of ways to do that.
I imagine Kennel will want to shoot all of them in the chest or the head.
That was one time. And it worked really well.
So, you do know that the Fog Hounds are looking to eliminate rivals. You know, that they are, and you have dealt a significant blow to them. They are probably, you don't need to roll to, like, find this information out. You know that if you don't strike back soon, they're probably going to try to strike back at you. You know, and
You mean if we don't strike first?
yes, if
They'll
you don't
strike.
strike first, like, they are probably going to strike back at you. I'd say that now that you were, like, engaged with them in your downtime, you would find out pretty quickly, probably from Ulf as well, that their leader, and it's probably the leader and the second, like, those were the people who were not on the ship. is a woman named Margaret Vale. Or Margit. Sorry, Margit Vale. And Margit is very cold and has a second in command named Bear. Yeah, not good. They, you don't know for sure, but they have been, like, they have been dominating, like, the northern void sea routes. They also have an asset, a steamship called the Fog Hound, and a crew of basically, like, all void sea transport haulers, like they have basically old sailors that used to be working, like, on the void sea, and now they are, like, they basically were, like, almost like the idea of truckers. Like, they were, like, truckers who are now transporting bad cargo. And they are allied with the Dockers and with the Lampblacks, but of course, if you strike them hard, you won't, like, lose faction with them. It's just that you might have some questions and may have to pick up some, like, hey, we had deals with them, those deals are now ours, right? You know, you might have one of those conversations where it's like, we used to have a pretty good working relationship. Are we going to have a working relationship? You know?
We're good. We're tight with the Lampblacks, right?
You're tight with the Lampblacks, so you should be able to, like, finesse it. Like I said, you don't lose standing with the people who are allied with them. Realistically, it seems. You would.
I say we take their fucking ship.
You want to attack their ship directly?
I mean, kind of.
It would be helpful to have a ship that's
Got
not
an
the one
engine.
we okay, we're making a fleet because we have our houseboat. We have the ship that we stole from the Bluecoats.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not stole.
Bridge
we're
Troll
given-
Armada.
Yes.
I don't hate it.
The waterways.
And then we could start collecting people to help be employed on our armada.
And I
ship
will say,
our-
with these kind of assets, you might be able to. There's, with these kind of assets that you might be able to obtain, you might be able to get some, like, you know, forged cargo documents. You would know that one of their enemies are the Vultures, which is another rival smuggling group, which you're probably gonna have to contend with or just make an agreement with eventually. But if you had taken the Fog Hounds off the map, it's probably easier to
We're
deal
playing
with
like
those.
smuggler risk. We just have to, like, slowly
Yeah,
take over.
of course. Okay, so you guys are trying to you're basically trying to hit the Fog Hounds while they're down.
Yeah.
We don't need to go to, like, the layer map for this, probably, because
And is this our next, like, job?
This is our next.
yes,
score,
this
yeah.
is the next job.
Okay,
This is the
great,
next
sweet.
score. I think we can say fleet technically for this. We can, like, we can do the fleet option on the layer map, because that is one of the options that you can take of, like, try to get a fleet where your cohorts will have vehicles as well. And we'll just say that, like, the fleet is you trying to get the Fog Hound. Makes sense to me. Since it
I want to get Lewis a vehicle so bad.
like
A blind lady on a steamship.
She gets her own boat, baby.
So
Like medic-
Mira has already. Sorry, didn't you have a connection with one of the leaders of, what was it, the Ravens or
the crows.
the
The crows.
the Crows?
Oh, like as one of my allies.
It feels like
Lysa?
maybe Mira might be able to be distracting or influential or something with very cool leaders. So is there a way we could do this, like, socially and not just guns blazing? Because I don't know how, aside from Avil, we're not, like, skirmish heavy.
Yeah, is there a way to kind of so we're in the heist. Like I can start like flashing back.
Well, we have to decide what type
Before
of
we
score
do
we're
anything?
doing.
Oh, we have to we have to decide what type of score. Yeah, I mean, I'm down to do like a little bit more of like a
What are the types of scores again? There's
There's
that-
assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, and transport. I mean, I think this is assault.
it could be deception.
Well, now I will say, like, you for sure you've weakened them, right? It doesn't mean that they don't have allies that they could turn to, right? Like, who knows if they're going to the Dockers or going to the Lampblacks and saying, like, hey, we need help, and they might get aid on this. Now, of course, you have the gondoliers are going to help you.
Yeah, Ulf.
Well, you have Ulf and the gondoliers. I'm pretty sure the gondoliers are at the level of support where they will help you even if it might do bad things to them, like even if it's detrimental to them, which is very funny. So you might not, like, to destroy an entire faction may not take two, it may not be like 2 times, like 2 scores, but
Sure.
you could start weakening them. It may be that you need to do like another score to weaken them a little bit before you get their ship entirely, right? Like before you're able to fully steal their ship, absolutely out from under them. Basically, they are tier 1, and let me just make
Like,
sure.
could we like steal all their coin or something, and they just have nothing, and then we swoop in and
like
take over their stuff that way?
Yeah, you could try to attack their headquarters and steal their coin. You've already disrupted one of their pipelines. You could try to take their ship. You could try to take their ship because that's not their that's just one of their assets. It's not their main, it's not the only thing they have. There's a lot of different things you could do. You could try to socially make it hard for them to smuggle things. You could ruin their cargo documents. You could get them in trouble with the law if you wanted to try. I mean, that would be kind of difficult with your relationship with the Bluecoats. Might be a little bit hard. But
we want a social with the Lampblacks to sort of kind of say like all the heat is on them. We're the better smugglers. Like, transfer your contract to us.
That's fun. Buy out their contracts.
Yeah.
That
That's
feels like
fun.
something we should do after weakening them further, though. Shouldn't we? Like, it
That's
does
how
feel like
I feel like we should take their
Could
ship
they-
and then take their contacts.
I feel
Here's
like
So
the thing,
assault
they're
and then
all
social?
sailors.
Yeah.
We're
What
not
if-
sailors. We can't like steal their sailing ship
What
from
if we-
sailors.
They have
Bomb-
We've
sailors.
all-
They'll sail.
what if we bomb one of their warehouses or their headquarters or something like that? Like,
So it's like stealth in, plant a bomb, and then get out. So
Yeah.
stealth mission.
something
do
like
that.
But we
This
we
is-
have done a lot of. I'm pro a more direct approach if the gang wants to try that, because we also
I think
have.
only Avel is pro.
This is-
going guns blazing.
Jasmine's
Maybe too
pro.
complicated. Sorry, but like, what if we made a allied with the Vultures? We'll help
The crows.
distract or deception, and then they go in and have them do the direct assaults.
You're saying enemy of their enemy?
Yeah, like take out them while they're weak. We'll help you, and then there's more room for everybody.
I don't hate that.
I'm down to do that.
Make nice with the vultures.
The
to
crows?
do like a joint assault.
Who are
No,
the
It's
vultures?
the vultures. It's the bad.
Oh,
it's the
okay, cool.
Other smugglers who don't like these guys.
Never mind.
To, like, split their territory, like negotiate to split the territory after we
Yeah.
take them down.
That's interesting.
And they already are inclined to like us because we've already fucked up
I like
at
it.
least once.
Okay. I love this idea. I love it.
That makes it social as what kind of a score it is.
Yeah, I think that's good.
It's a social. Yes, it's social. It's also Let me find that sheet. I love this. Because you can specifically, because I think that this is more of a score. They have a score that is specifically like just to reduce a faction's hold, which is what this is. Because they're at weak hold at the moment, and so if you reduce their hold, they would go down to basically where you guys are, and probably you'd be at war with them, and then you would have to like. And when you're at war, hold is reduced, and then if you get them down to 0 tier, and then hit them once again while they're at like weak hold, then you have dismantled them. So like it would be like the next one would be like you've got them, you know. So this is awesome. I love this. So this is social. So I guess the social job right now, I think it starts off social for sure, because you're trying to negotiate with the Vultures.
Right.
That this would even work out, and then from there see what happens, you know. And so the idea that you're saying is, the detail is like the point of attack. So the social is the social connection. So you're negotiating, bargaining, or persuading them. So you're just trying to like basically make a contact with the Vultures and saying like, "Hey, we're the ones who did it." You know,
and like the wildest success is hopefully like the peak of what we love is, yeah, they agree with us, and then they're gonna go in and do the like heavy lifting.
You're trying to
but
get
that
them
would be
to
like maximum success.
You're trying to get them to do the dirty work, basically.
Yes.
Okay. Understood. Awesome. I mean, this is so dope. Let me just make sure of everything that I have here. No, not here. Okay. So we need to do the engagement roll. Is this operation particularly bold or daring? Yes. Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors? I mean, also, yeah.
One.
Well,
One
it's contingent
factor.
on if they decide to go with you.
Yeah, the social isn't multiple factors. The social is
No.
just do they want us to or not.
Yeah. So, does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? Since the target, even though you're going to the Vultures, the target is not the Vultures, so that's for sure. Is the target strongest against this approach? No. Okay. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight into this operation?
Can Ulf? Like, can he help bust heads?
I mean, he
Yeah,
can
but we're
help
not
bust
busting
heads,
heads
but that's not
right
really what's
now.
happening for this
Oh,
operation.
yes, the operation is getting them to help. Okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I think probably not of the
Probably
contacts we
not,
have.
but also I don't think their enemies or rivals wouldn't be. I mean, now enemies or rivals wouldn't be interfering. I don't think, because I don't think that they would be going. They would probably be going to the Lamp Blacks and the Dockers, who are not your enemies, so they wouldn't be interfering. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I just want to make sure of something here. So you can claim -2. Yeah, because you're at -2 with this faction right now. You're trying to reduce their hold by doing this thing. The engagement roll. I have 2 dice. Let's go with this. This is going to be fun. Okay. You were at 2 dice for this. Congratulations.
Fuck yeah. 2 ones.
Okay. Needs to be better than that. That's a 6.
Hey,
That's a 6.
baby.
So you have talked with a few people around. You've talked with Ulf. You've talked with Decker specifically about, like, where are the Vultures? The Vultures are a rival smuggling outfit, specifically who have had some back and forths with the Fog Hounds. For a while, you would hear, even during this, like, the last couple of weeks, where you were, like, wondering, and you would hear stories about what happened in the canals. People were saying, "Oh, do you think the Vultures hit them?" Maybe it sounded like the Vultures. I feel like it sounded like the Vultures, and especially once he kind of started, like, lowering off of you guys, and people were not allowed to start talking about the bridge trolls. It was like, oh, it was probably the Vultures, right? That's how the Vultures usually strike. They usually pick off things that were going off. They don't have their own little outfits. They usually, like, hide out in alleyways. And you find yourself, let me see, where exactly are you here? Yes. So you find yourself in a little back alley in Charter Hall. A little, like, ways away. This just happens to be one of their many, like, offshoot places. Here, I'll try to get you there, but it's taking forever to load. Which is, like, Charter Hall is also a pretty high-end place, and the Vultures seem to be, they don't have any kind of outfits, very close to, like, how you present yourselves. They don't seem to have any kind of unifying look to them, but they meet you.
I've been meaning to bring up that I think we could use, like, a nice a uniform of some kind, at least a matching accessory.
Half cape.
But I that's my signature, but we could all, a brooch, perhaps. Each of us could sport a brooch or a small fascinator. You know, I'm open to discussing it. Not right now, obviously. You know, business demands attention first. I'm just planting the seed for later.
And the Vultures, you see them, like, talking with each other, like, before, as you're meeting, on the back alleys, around the legal quarter, actually. And some of them are using kind of, like, sign language to each other every so often. And you're just in, like, a small offshoot in the legal quarter around, like, around Pardon Road. I'm gonna get you guys are on that map. I'll move ourselves here. And there is one woman, some of them seem almost like homeless, almost like as if they're disguised to be homeless. But there is one woman who's clearly the leader, named Tamira. And Tamira is clearly, as you've learned, is a lawyer who uses her knowledge of the law to get around certain legal issues when it comes to smuggling within the city. Doesn't like people to know this, but when you sent out your feelers about how you might want to be splitting things up, Tamira was interested in a very logical deal. Tamira heard this pretty easily. You guys are, because of that engagement role, everything is, like, pretty good. You're in, like, you're in control, basically. You're in control. You are having this conversation with her. And Tamira just kind of says, and I'll get to the map for other people here so they can see that you're around here in the legal quarter. And it is this very odd group of people where it's like everyone else looks homeless, but almost like performatively so. And then she's just in her legal attire, almost like a daredevil, like she's like on her off job, like she's like, I'm in between, I need to get back in session in a little bit, so we need to make this quick. So, you're the new blood that I've been hearing so much about. So you're proposing that we do a tandem strike. Is that it?
Yes.
She signs something to someone else, like to one of the people in this corner. And he chuckles and signs back.
Can I study the signing? Like, is it something that I can start, like, kind of figuring out?
Just thinking the same thing.
Yeah, study the sign. Yeah, for sure. You're in a controlled position right now.
Okay. 4?
4. Okay. You can see that, like, you're staring, and that is affecting Tamira's patience. I'm going to start, like, a patience clock for Tamira. It's like you don't want to offend her any further. But you were saying, is this something that you could, like, learn or something that you maybe even know, is basically what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that you kind of know this. This is, for sure, a sign language. You don't know exactly what's going on, but it's for sure derived from, like, genuinely from, like, hobo train speak, almost. Like, and you know some of the signals. And basically what the sign was saying was mocking you guys for taking so long to say anything. And one of them says, like sign back, like, sign of weakness. Like, they're weak. We got this. Like, that was kind of what they were saying. So what is it exactly that you propose that we do? I just want you to understand that for the most part, we get our name and we came by it pretty honestly. We take our opportunities where we can. We're not very used to going head on into anything. We like to skirt around, make things difficult for the Fog Hounds. To be honest, I'm not exactly happy that there's someone else encroaching on any territory, but if we can make this work for each other, all the more better. Usually we try to gum up paperwork, make things a little bit difficult for them, and then take everything that we can when we can. And what do you need from us in that case?
Well, that's just the idea, isn't it? You take whatever opportunity that you're able to. Well, I'd say we've just given you an opportunity. Our last job on them, small and rudimentary as it was, weakened them enough that there's never going to be a better opportunity for you to strike than right now.
And you are... Oh, no, yes, continue.
Edric Merrowfield, and Edric extends his hand for her to kiss it if she wants.
She certainly does not kiss it.
All right, well, our rather small, more loosely structured group, we don't quite have the muscle to go in on our own, but a larger operation like you could wipe out a rival, and then, you know, as a gesture of goodwill for us bringing you the information that they are indeed weakened, and for having weakened them ourselves, we could divvy up what remains.
We have knocked the first domino. You just need to let rest of chips fall.
Eiffel Doswell. Edric, points and answers for him.
And we know what you want most. And can I flash back?
I would love for you to flash back.
Oh.
Yes.
So she said that they did a lot of work by like paperwork and government paperwork, and she does legal filings to make their lives easier. Can I flash back to Kenna going to her friend uh Jaren, the blue coat archivist,
Mm-hmm.
previously to figure out what this woman had filed recently and where she had been active and where her focus was to see if we could have put together from her filings what are they most interested in,
I
what are
love
they
it.
motivated by.
I love it. Okay, we're gonna get. We'll say that. We're gonna have you consort. And it's gonna cost 1 stress, just because you. It's only stressful just because of the fact that you are. Because of your standing with the blue coats right now, dealing with your friend is just a little bit rough. Your friend is like, I don't know if I can meet with you right now, Kenna, and you're just like, come on, and you do. So let's just roll a consort, because that's that's what you're asking for, right? A consort or
Yes.
whatever you want to. Is it investigate? Is it a sway or whatever the investigation is?
I think consort
Because you're
is
the
what
one
it would
who
just be.
decides whichever one it wants to be. Okay, go ahead and roll that for me. This is awesome. I love flashbacks.
And remind me, can I take stress to add a die? Or is that just a crazy thing I've made up in my head?
No.
Push
That's
yourself?
for sure.
I think so.
Yeah, you can
It's
push
a
yourself.
push, I think, is what you're thinking.
A
But I think
push.
that's 2 stress.
Right,
No,
2
it is
stress to
1.
push yourself or accept a devil's bargain.
Well, I think you're already taking a stress.
Well, you're taking the stress for the flashback.
Yes.
And then you can
I'm
push
low on
yourself.
stress. I'm going to push myself to add
Okay.
1.
That sounds great.
And that'll be 3 stress for this roll.
Okay.
4.
4. Okay.
I can't do anything to help her.
Not.
boost
Not.
it.
I don't think so. Not in this flashback. But luckily, there's no This is just to see how exactly it goes. There's no real consequence for this other than that the stress happened. Because the flashback does happen, and you are searching through, you're sifting through, and you find that the main thing that Tamira has been looking for specifically has to do with their Imperial transport and cargo documents, and been trying to figure out exactly which ones are forged, and has been finding some of the forged documents that has been going on. Basically, every single time the Fog Hounds have been using forged documents to traverse the Void Sea, and has been trying to put forward to the blue coats, basically snitching, put forward to the blue coats which ones are forged, and trying to almost make the forgeries more obvious, but has been having kind of a hard time getting those through because the blue coats don't seem to just don't seem to be as interested, or it doesn't seem like it's going through as easily. And not only that, seems very interested in some clear legitimate paperworks, some legitimate transport paperworks that have to do with some northern void sea routes. You're not exactly sure why she's so interested in getting the legitimate paperwork, but probably so that she can have it for her own ways. But
you know,
it
you
seemed,
want. Yeah, she'll.
So we flash back to
just
that.
lay
You
it
realize
out.
this. So you lay that out. Okay.
Lay out. We know this is what you're interested in, and we're willing to divide up. We'd like the ship. You may have their paperwork, their ledgers, their records, their contacts, everything you would need to take over whatever operation they are handling in the Northern Void Sea.
Great music choice, Dylan.
Really good music
good,
cue.
Yeah.
She just looks. Smart? You're smart? All right. So, I don't hate this deal. We wouldn't be having this meeting if I didn't like it. I just want to make sure of something. You are asking us to specifically go in and do what exactly to what? The Fog Hounds have multiple hideouts. They have an underground headquarters somewhere. They have their ship. What exactly is it that you're asking us to do? You've not seen all of our outfit, obviously, but you haven't heard much about us, I'm sure. We try to keep it that way. We aren't as loud. We're definitely not as loud as you were the other night. What do you expect us to do? Be clear about it. I don't need any faffing around. Just tell us what you want from us, and if we can accommodate that, that's fine. And if it seems like you're trying to pawn something off that's more dangerous to us, then we'll have to talk about that as well.
Can I flashback?
Yeah, of course.
And go on the hunt for whatever, is the weakest strongholds currently. Whether it be the ship, the main base, etc., etc.
Sure. You flash back. I'm gonna say that it just takes a stress for this. As you are trying to and make your roll as well.
Can I actually can I try to consort, talk to people and try to get that information instead of hunting?
Yeah, of course, you can do whatever you want.
Okay. 5.
So what you find out in your flashback, and I'll say this, actually, we can make it that this is kind of an ordinary action with just looking for things. It's kind of a 0 stress, actually. I'm gonna make it 0 stress. The 5 means that there is somewhat that there is a complication. So there is the idea that you are noticed. People, the Fog Hounds know that you're asking around, basically. But what you do get is that they have an underground canal dock, basically. That is where their turf is. It is in the north of the city canal routes. Their headquarters is not as important to them as their ship. Their ship is more heavily guarded. The headquarters is just where they have some stuff hidden around. The ship is their livelihood. The ship is hitting them hardest, but it's heavily guarded. The headquarters, though, would make them more transient. It would make them more reliant on this thing. So, if you wanted to actually hit them at all, start the process, flip over another domino, the headquarters is probably where you would need to go.
I tell her this, I say, I have it on good authority that their most precious base is their ship. However, their underground base is vulnerable currently, and hitting it would be an even further hit for them. So not the most on the line in terms of what we're risking, but still hitting them where it hurts.
All right. And then what?
And then once they're struggling, eventually their ship will become vulnerable. They have to rely on it even more than ever, and their resources will dwindle, and we hit them again.
All right.
We, of course, are open to counter proposals. Nothing but respect for your strategy.
Yeah, I'll say that right now, just like make this what's going on here. There is like the obstacle right now is like a 6 clock, basically. I didn't say this, but I should have. That you've already ticked a fair amount of. You've already ticked like 4 of 6, and a patience clock, which is a 4 clock, which is there's only 1 tick on the patience. So has low patience, but you haven't made a problem because of all your flashbacks and stuff like that. So
and the 6 clock, do we want to have ticked it or do we not?
Yeah, you want to convince her, basically.
Okay,
that's
got it.
That's the obstacle, is convince Tamira.
Can I roll a sway to try to get more ticks? Is that how this works? Okay.
Yeah, because once again, like, I don't ask for rolls.
Okay.
You all present rolls to me.
Okay. I think I'm also, since I didn't get a stress last time for that flashback, I'm going to push myself.
Okay.
For an extra dice.
I also have a special ability that would let me assist a teammate during a score without paying stress.
Nice.
Do that.
Okay, so one more dice?
Yeah.
5.
5. Okay.
It was double 5s. If I don't, it's double 6s for
that doesn't
a
matter.
crit, right? Okay.
Yeah, double 6s.
But just so you know, Dylan.
Yeah. So there's 1 tick in the patience, 1 further. So what are you saying to her? So that was what you said to her. She's like, she seems really interested in what's going on. Like, she really wants to do this, but it seems like she needs some kind of reassurance, some kind of help, aid, that kind of thing.
May I ask, what is your biggest concern? Is it casualties to your side? Is it heat upon your crew? You live in the shadows and remain anonymous. Yes, this is how you operate. Well, if you would like to help without the recognition, we would be willing to put our name forward as the operators and the people who made the move against them. You remain anonymous but reap all the benefits.
I don't hate that.
So good, Gabe.
But of course, recruitment is a little bit difficult without name recognition.
Of course.
And I'm worried that you might parlay that or relay that into some more power grabs. What I'm worried about, to be perfectly honest with you, is that am I getting into bed with snakes? Am I getting into bed with someone who is going to, after our deal, turn around and try to eat up what we so rightfully divvied to each other? I'm sure you're thinking the same thing, let's be honest with each other. So, I just want to make sure that you're not sending us in to do the dangerous work so that we are weakened.
No, on the contrary, we're doing everything in our power to make it as easy for you as possible. Can I flashback?
Yes, of course. Of course you can flashback.
I would like to flashback and do a study. And the study is I have been watching the place we want them to assault and making note of when the shift changes are for the guards, when there's fewer guys, because of the shift change.
Okay, so so
and
go
like
ahead.
who shows up late usually, who looks tired. It's that stuff.
That's for sure gonna be a. I'm
study.
gonna say that's gonna be for you, with that flashback. Simply because of what it is, it's gonna be a 1 stress for sure.
Okay,
for that.
That's great. I just de-stressed like crazy.
Oh, we know.
We had a whole thing about it.
You
We
indulged.
We almost lost you indefinitely.
Yep.
If I make the time to roll another character, that might happen.
The
Marty?
So it's two rolls because I've got 2 pips in study,
Okay.
right?
Okay, yes.
4.
4. Okay.
not bad.
So 4, you are able to find a good time where they're all out. You can see that they are short-staffed a little bit because of what you all did, and so they seem to be diverting a lot of their attention to what's going on back at the they're diverting attention back to the ship, but you also start to notice specifically that their second in command is usually the one who's staying back, Bear. Bear is usually the one that's staying back at the headquarters, while Margit and Goldie, who is their navigator, are usually on the ship specifically. And with that, yeah.
And I drop down like a sort of my findings, and I go, you'll find a list detailing who's at the headquarters and who goes to the ship, and like I relay what you just said to her, and we like to do our homework here.
We're not getting bed with snakes. We are generous lovers. It's better for everyone that way.
Oh, can I behave?
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, that was fully ripped from Austin Powers.
Baby.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
I will say, so you got a 4 there. Gotcha. Okay. All good things. All right. So when we do this, what are you all doing?
Above the table. Aren't we going in with them?
Are you going in with
That's
them?
right.
With them?
It,
I thought-
Or we're distracting. I'm open to. We didn't plan.
Okay.
Obviously.
I will
Then-
come with you. I would like to crack a couple of skulls.
All right. Wonderful. Timira just says like, wonderful. I will send my best. Signs to the 3, like signs to a few of the people around, and like some homeless people that you didn't even see, and they just like walk and start going with you. Timira is not coming with you.
Do I know what they said in their sign language? Like, were they like, oh, not weak?
No,
Super cool. We love them.
It said it said like don't do anything stupid, basically. Like, you all start moving your way towards the headquarters, along with some Vulture allies, basically. This is probably, I don't know how you're going to approach this exactly. Let's do a secondary engagement roll. And I'll say that because you have allies and because of the things that you guys did, which was looking for exactly what you were trying to find with the shift changes and what's going on and where it all is, we're going to do a secondary engagement roll to like just get to where you guys need to be. It's probably going to be 2 dice as well because there's the factors that are against you, but you have a lot of things in your favor. Okay. So that's going to be a 5 as you guys kind of like re-engage closer to where you're supposed to be over here. So this is an underground canal dock. You guys know the canals a little bit better now, specifically because of the gondoliers and their help. You're able to know exactly, like, basically this is like a sewer entrance almost. You know, it's like a place where they enter in to get to the canals and go up forward. You're able to get in pretty quickly, and you're able to go around to where you're supposed to based off of the patrols. There's not many people there, but Bear is going to be inside with at least one other Fog Hound. So the obstacle at hand right now, honestly, the main obstacle is Bear. Bear, who is like one of the big guys. Also, potentially just getting in the door is one of the main obstacles, but I'd say that the main obstacle to overcome right now is, if you're going to take this place over, you need to get through the second in command. You need to get through Bear. You're at a 5 in the engagement roll. So you're in a risky position because of the fact that, like, you didn't really have a plan for this. You had a plan for, like, what you would do to talk, and you did a great job talking. You had a lot of things that you planned to, like, figure out what was going to happen. But now you have to do the thing that you are all not fully prepared for, which is actually, like, either sneak in, fight, do whatever. So this is where we are. You are like at the, probably because of this is a very small like underground dock, you are at like the front, you are basically like right around the corner, like rounding the corner to where the actual like canal dock is, and their little like side door, you are right by that side door. What are you all doing?
I study the current sort of like vibe between Bear and the one person that's with him.
I'm gonna say that you actually. So just to be clear about what's going on, there's a door. They're like probably inside a little door, so you're not.
Oh, they're not like
Bear.
guarding.
No, they're not
Okay.
guarding outside. They're probably inside, the place. It's probably like not. It's probably what you would know is like a locked door, and Bear is like inside. They probably would have had more guards before, but because of what you guys did, they don't have that anymore. They don't have that luxury.
Are we like trying to kill Bear?
We're not trying to kill Bear.
Okay.
We have to incapacitate him somehow, at the very least.
Go ahead.
Dylan, is this a 1 or 2 story building?
So like I said, this is an underground canal dock. So it's just like an underground dock. So picture it almost like going down into a sewer, and there's just like a side built, like a little room, a building. So it's a 1-story, like almost, think of it like a warehouse style, almost like Subway-esque side room.
Understood.
Where their thing is, and this is like where probably their steamship docks, and where they're like where the boat that you guys dealt with docks sometimes, you know.
Cool.
So like the entire area is their headquarters, but clearly it's not really populated at the moment because of what you guys figured out. But you do know that with the conversation that you had with the Vultures, they could be back like at any moment potentially.
Can I flashback?
Again? Yeah, sure.
And
Well,
yeah,
can
and
you?
then
Let me make sure. Let me make sure you can. I think you can. Yeah.
can I flashback? It says study. One of the things that I could do is do research on an esoteric topic. Can I just do research on the underground canals? Like, I know we're familiar with them because we've been kind of traversing them, but is there like a in the library the history of the building? You know what I mean?
So
like
I'm
how
gonna
there's
say
a
that we're
Seattle
doing a-
Underground.
I'm going to say we're doing a lot of flashbacks to do studying and stuff like that. That's not really what the flashbacks are for. The idea is that you kind of already know what things are. Flashbacks are kind of to, like, you can do that. Like, it's specifically, like, if I say, like, there is a specific ghost or something like that appears. You can be like, I know the history of this one ghost, like something that you guys didn't know about. But the canal, the headquarters, you guys would have already kind of known about. So what is it exactly that you are asking for? Like, what are you trying to figure out that you wouldn't have already known before you got here?
A way in without going through the front.
Yeah, okay, so those are one of those things that those aren't flashbackable. Those are kind of like the engagement roll got you to where you know you're supposed to be, and it's the front door.
Oh, okay, so we just have to
yeah, it's like basically the way that it works is that there's a front door, and it's expected that like this is the way in. Basically, like that we are all in agreement that like there wasn't another plan to be had. This is the plan. This is the best way forward.
Well, I'm not doing a thing yet, but I'm going to sort of present it to the group in character. Edric opens his coat and pulls out what looks like a small bomb in one hand and like a round like flask in the other. There's 2 options here I have, or that I'm thinking of. I can see what else I've got, but there's the old classic grenade, but a bit crude, and I've also got this skullfire poison, which will, once inhaled, produce striking, splitting migraine for anyone in that room. Should I toss one in?
I believe the door is locked, yes?
I could also try to pick the lock.
Just, one thing at a time.
With my... I could wreck the lock and have it be silent and not visibly wrecked because of my saboteur ability.
Love that.
Love it.
All right. So I'm gonna use my fine wrecking tools.
Okay, you're in a risky position. And they're fine wrecking tools?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'll give you I'll take a stress to give you an assist on this, Marty.
Thank you, Gabe.
Yeah. So just add 1 more die to whatever you'd be rolling.
So for wreck, it's normally 1, so I'm gonna roll 2. All right, let's hope this is better. 5. Thank you,
5.
Gabe.
5. Okay, so partial success. Partial success. It isn't heard. Obviously, because it says like it's not as heard based off of your stuff. So you're able to like, knock the lock off. But the door starts opening wide, and you see right away, not Bear, but the other Fog Hound just looks towards the door. It's like, what's that? And starts making his way towards the door.
Grenade, throw grenade. I vote grenade.
Edric just rolls the grenade.
You throw the grenade? Okay.
Rolls the grenade in and shuts the door. Absolutely what?
Absolutely no finesse.
Okay, what do you roll for the grenade?
I was gonna roll finesse.
Okay.
Because it's a throw, it's an aim, right?
Well, or it's a wreck. Either one.
It's whatever you
can
decide.
be. I'm gonna finesse it. I'm just gonna like.
Hey, you
like,
bowled it.
Yeah, bowl it nicely.
So my foresight is I can do it 2 times per score.
Okay.
An assist without stress. So let's say Kenna helped Edric practice lobbing the grenade as part of their
grenade, throw the grenade.
Previously while we were preparing. Yeah, I prepared for it by helping this is work on your aim. We played catch.
Okay. Okay.
We do a lot of athletics at our houseboat.
Not my favorite. I didn't like that I kept missing you and it kept going in the water, and then you made me go and get it.
You threw it in the water.
But no, it kept going in the water. I was throwing it to you. All right, so 2. 6, baby.
Okay, 6.
Hey.
So you throw it, bomb goes off. Bomb goes off. Bomb goes off, and just completely, I'd say for this guy, I mean, it kills him.
Yeah.
It kills this man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what have I done?
It
that
kills
your
this.
first?
I've literally never killed anybody before.
Well, not anymore.
Oh. Do we
You don't
think he
hear
had
any
a family?
movement inside yet.
If the bomb in any way unhinged this door a little bit, Ava would like to try and like force the door through the doorway as a sort of a block in case any sort of gunfire or anything might come as we enter into the area.
Like a makeshift shield type?
Like a makeshift
Yeah.
shield, essentially. And be
So you
like,
want to
everyone
break?
behind.
You want to break the door off the hinges and use it as a shield?
I'm hoping that the bomb did some of the breaking already, and that I just need to like do a final push through. But yes, to break the door off the hinges.
Okay.
And we have all the vulture muscle, right?
Yeah. Roll.
Sure. I'll push myself on this one because I have nothing in this, because this has to be wreck, right? There's no way this is anything.
It has.
other than
It's wreck for sure. It's wreck. Yeah.
So I'll push myself. 6, motherfucker.
6. Okay. You basically, like, the door does break off. You break the door off the hinges as they were already loose and start barreling your way in to this small room. You're not sure, like, you were pretty certain there's only one other guy in there, and then there's Bear. You don't feel any gunfire as you run on in, but you have this, like, shield in front of you. You're now basically in a controlled position. You are in control.
Yeah.
As, like I said, the obstacle in front of you, as you turn around, you see this hulking man, looks as big as Ulf, is in there, Bear. Another, not Skovlander, but just another giant man, clearly a sailor of some kind, looks and turns to you. And full Henry Cavill cocks his fist, no guns at all, and just starts running at you.
Perfect.
I would like to stack the deck in Edric's favor, in Avel's favor for this fight, and hit this guy with a blow dart from my blowgun.
Okay. Okay, I would love to see it.
All right, so just and that is, I guess, gonna be. Can it be finesse, or I guess it can't be a sway, right?
It's
I'm
not
not
a sway.
socially. Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
I mean, the thing is, I can't say it can't be a sway. I can just tell you that if you're using sway, it will be a limited effect.
No. It's
That's how this game works. Is I can say you can roll sway, it will be limited effect.
it's probably finesse.
That feels right.
5.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. Bear has like an 8 clock of like basically health in some ways. Also, the vultures themselves have basically a 6 clock to see if they just like bounce.
Peace out.
If they peace out.
But they're supposed to help.
Yeah, of course. So I'm gonna say you shoot. This goes into him. He is a tier higher than you, so it's a limited effect, so there's going to be 1 tick. I'm going to say that seeing this guy, the vultures, the like minor, the consequence of this effect is that the vultures take a tick and like leaving, of like they might just leave and head out. Okay. What's everyone doing?
Really? Because So what benefit do the vultures, like how are the vultures interacting?
The vultures are helping you not be in a desperate position fighting against them,
Okay.
basically. You guys are, like,
Cool.
not, like, it... I don't think you can ever really get to a desperate position with them there with you, and
Okay.
potentially giving you, like, a helping with an effect, basically. But nothing will be desperate, because if it was just you guys going in, it probably would have been desperate for a lot of this.
Cool.
And a lot of it's more
Just-
controlled.
Just out of curiosity, as part of our research for this, do we know what Bear's vice is?
I would say that you don't know what Bear's vice is. No.
I'm going to shoot him.
Okay. Okay.
Classic Mira.
I'm gonna study him
Okay.
for, a weak point.
Okay. Sure. This will be standard effect.
His human.
Well, I mean, he
flesh
is tier
body.
higher, so it'll be limited effect, but sure.
Okay. That's 2 6s.
It's a crit.
Holy shit.
She
Okay.
did the full Sherlock Holmes
Yeah.
zoom in.
Yeah.
So let me
In
just,
Fallout, when you can kind of just click where you
That's
want,
crazy.
you
Okay.
see.
why don't I ever have the exact thing I need it to be? Okay. Okay, so you just do it. You do it with increased effect. So it was a limited effect. Now it's a standard effect. Okay, so you tick 2 clocks. As you shoot him, as he's like running towards you.
I'll also shoot him.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay. Bang bang.
I've
Go
got-
ahead.
I've got 2 in finesse.
Absolutely insane that Edric was like, and then both women were like, bam!
4.
4. Okay. So I'm yeah. So it's success. I'm gonna say you go down to a risky position now. As you hit it with a 4, Edric. No, Abel, because Edric's not here, but
Yes.
actually it would be Abel. Abel, you start to hear whispers next to you.
No.
Fuck. Bad timing. Bad timing.
Why did you leave me? I'm so cold. So cold. So cold! And like appearing next to you is this drenched woman, frozen in ice, screaming visage of this spectral ghost, as this ghost has now appeared that was always following you in this fight. That is also part of the complications, is now there is this specter bearing down on
Bad.
you. Very bad. What are you all doing?
Oh my god.
And like, I'm not marking anything for like for the vultures, but they don't look happy about what's happened. They're like, oh fuck!
Everyone can see this ghost. It's
Oh yeah,
not
yeah.
just
The
Abel.
ghost, yeah. Abel is just attuned. The ghost is presented to everyone as this like specter. There's a chill throughout the room.
What is Bear's reaction?
Oh, Bear doesn't seem to clock it as he's running straight for the 2 women who shot him.
I am going to use a sway to sort of kind of tell the vultures, like, focus, like, we've got him. He's angry and he's in a vulnerable position.
Okay.
Okay. 5? 2
5,
5s. A 5.
5. Okay, I'm gonna say that you like basically you're going to like push and pull. You mark off one of their marks to leave. Like you like rally them. But as you mark off one of their marks to do this, you see basically a huge fist comes clocking right into your face as Bear comes running up to you, and you just take a minor harm as Bear has as you turning don't worry, we got this, he's in a weak position. Bear just goes and just punches you directly in the jaw.
How does armor? Okay, well, if it's in the jaw, it's not.
Can I?
It's not really armor.
Well, no, but armor is still.
Resist that for her.
I don't believe you can. I don't believe you can resist someone else's consequence. And remember, you can resist consequences on your rolls.
I was just thinking because I have this big old door.
Right, of course. I'm not sure if you can.
That is fair. I don't think you can, but I want to.
And of course, anyone can do whatever. Sure, yeah, you can.
Yeah, can I try and skirmish, block him essentially?
Well, you roll. So resistance is you roll insight, prowess, or resolve to avoid the consequence.
Right. Prowess, I suppose.
So you take 6 stress and you minus your highest die.
Right. And I roll however many I have pips in the.
Yes,
the
so it's
high
whatever.
stat
If it's resolve, you roll whatever the resolve pips are, and
Right.
then you take 6 stress and you minus whatever that was.
Yeah, great. I'm going. Yeah, prowess. Here we go. 6.
Okay, so you take 0 stress as you move in. As he punches through the door, what are you all doing?
So as he puts a fist through the door, I'm gonna push it onto him, and be like, shoot him again. Whip out my fine lightning hook and turn on this ghost. And
Yeah.
I'm going to try to skirmish get this thing into the hook with the idea of wheeling it around on Bear if possible.
Gotcha. Okay. As this woman full of ice is starting to crackle around you.
Yep. Fucking 6, dog.
6. Okay. You you get 2 on her clock of 6 as you just wheel in and succeed. Nothing else as this hook goes right into her.
Hell yeah.
What is everyone else doing?
And Kenneth shoots again, I guess.
No, what is this
I-
thing? What does this do, Gabe?
Clarify quickly. Yeah, the lightning hook. So, it is it's an electrical discharge that is particularly potent against ghosts. The fine lightning hook is a pole with a loop of heavy wire at the end connected to an ectoplasmic capacitator, suitable for grappling a spirit and dragging it into a spirit bottle. But I am not yet trying to drag it into a spirit bottle. I'm trying to drag it between bodies.
Okay.
Essentially, as just a focus on this man instead
Okay.
of on us.
Hopefully that works. Okay.
Can I?
You're just shooting him
Okay.
again?
Can I blow dart him again?
Well, which one
Or
first?
Molly? Yeah.
You blow dart first, please.
No, sorry.
You're taking a breath.
How many how many of these items do you have until you have to make more? I just need to, I don't know that.
I don't know if it's just on my list. I don't know if it's reusable or not. Is
Probably
it just
it's
one use?
right. I think it's probably. I don't know. I will just have to look that up later.
Okay. But let Molly shoot him again, because that feels
Okay.
better.
I'll do finesse again.
I will say, sorry, if pistol is what we're using as the
Mhm.
loadout here, I'm looking at inventory. A pistol is a heavy single-shot breech-loading firearm.
Oh, it's like a flintlock.
Yeah,
Kind of
devastating at
thing,
20
yeah.
paces, slow to reload.
That is helpful to know. I can
And-
bring a
Also
second
like-
pistol, I guess.
You could have brought a second pistol.
Yeah, you could have brought a second pistol.
All right, I'm marking second pistol.
Okay.
Also, when do we have to have determined our load?
before the session, but you
have to
determine
determine what the-
load, but you don't determine what you actually have.
Got it.
If I remember correctly, it's like you determine your load, which is what you could potentially have, and also remember you guys are allowed to have like things concealed because you guys chose the thing where you have some stuff concealed. So yeah, you can have a second pistol if you want.
Pull out
so-
the second pistol, but only got a 3.
Okay. So that is a failure. You pull out the second pistol. I think as the because this is now chaos. As the ghost goes flying around, that like goes crazy. You shoot straight through the ghost. And as the ghost goes knocking into you, you take a minor harm as this ghost chills you to the bone. Almost feels like your arm, as it like slams into you, almost feels like frostbite is hitting you instantly on the hand. The gun goes like sailing out of your hand as this is just chaos in this area now.
My second gun.
What are y'all doing?
Also pull out a second gun. And shoot. That's a 6.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's a 6. Not a crit. You're still in risky position at the moment. So we're going to. It's 1 strike against bear. Okay. 1 strike against bear.
In every TTRPG I've ever played with Jasmine, she cannot roll unless she has a gun in her hand, and
It's
then
true.
she is devastating.
Then she's devastating, but both of yours are gunned. They're both need to reload. I forget exactly how that works, but I'm sure it takes a turn off or something like that. Or I don't know. I'll look it up later. What is everyone doing? It's you guys forever. It's not me. I don't say anything.
Yes. What is
Right.
his count
Clock.
at? Yeah.
His clock is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 out of 8.
5 out of 8. Okay. I am
getting
going
there.
to go ahead and use the final slot on this bandolier.
Okay.
And Edric is going to pull the twine binder, like the twine twisty tie, off of a little pouch and throw it in his eyes. Eye blind poison causes temporary blindness.
Okay.
And I'm going to use. Can I wreck? I'm wrecking his eyes.
I think that would have limited effect.
Okay, what about a finesse of
Probably better.
tossing? Great, I'm gonna finesse.
Probably a standard effect. Yeah.
I'm gonna finesse.
Well, I mean, it is still lower tier, so yeah, but still.
I'm finessing this eye blind poison into his eyes.
Gotcha.
3.
Okay. Quite simply, you go to throw it into his eyes, and it gets right in your eyes, and you just straight up,
Again!
just, and you are temporarily blind.
Can you see my second gun? Where did it go?
You are temporarily blind. What's everyone else doing?
I'm a
Sorry.
stab, I guess. I'm gonna throw a knife.
Both guns down, just knife out.
I
Just
only brought weapons, I guess.
go for it.
In one heist. This heist was a conversation that we
This
were
was a
having,
social
and what
encounter.
Kenna brought to it was 2 guns and
2
a
guns
knife.
and a knife. Okay.
Because I'm
that's
throwing
so
them,
funny.
can I use finesse instead of skirmish? Because it's the throwing
You
knives.
can do whatever you want.
That is what I will be doing. I have no dots in skirmish. Well, it doesn't matter. I got a 2. I need to stop doing stuff, guys.
Okay, you throw the knife, and as you throw it, Bear seems to be realizing that he's outnumbered and starts to book it. Starts to, like, run out of the room. Is starting to basically, like, trying to get away from you all. Is not
Deeper
gonna, like...
into the hideout, or
No, away. Like, out into Duskfall.
I would like to.
You're temporarily blind, so we'll see.
It involves me being temporarily blind.
Okay.
I would like to stumble in front of him to trip him up with a wreck. by wreck him with stumbling into him blind.
Okay, I'm gonna say that even though I said it would be hard for this is gonna be desperate. So because
Never
you're
mind.
well,
I don't
no,
need
no.
to do it.
you can
You get
do it.
experience.
You get
Great.
to mark it. You get to take an experience if you roll desperate.
Okay.
But it's just that if you have to roll desperate,
And
You
pushing
can-
myself changes it from desperate to normal, right?
no, pushing
No,
yourself
gives you an
a
extra
dice.
Okay.
Or
I'm
you can
gonna
take a
push
devil's
myself.
bargain.
Yes,
No, I'm
you
gonna-
can. I can do a devil's bargain, but you can also pitch one. But yes, you can. This would be for sure desperate.
I'll push my. It's a stress to push myself, right?
Yes, it is.
I'm
2
gonna-
stresses.
It's 2 stresses to push yourself.
Yes, it's 2 stresses to push yourself.
I don't want him to get away. So 2 stresses it is for wreck. So I'm gonna roll twice. 5.
5. Okay.
I didn't. need to.
So you stumble in front of him, but as you stumble in front of him, you're able to slow him down. You mark a box on his progress for defeating him, but you suffer a severe harm as you basically get body checked completely by this giant man running straight into you. Like, basically, you get headbutted almost completely, like, as you suffer a severe harm, your head is bleeding, you are concussed.
Can I armor my way out of that? If that's one of the things I brought.
I forget exactly how armor works in this game. I know you can resist stuff. Armor.
Hang on.
Resistance and armor. Armor. If you have a type of armor that applies to the situation, you can mark an armor box to reduce or avoid a consequence instead of rolling to resist. When an armor box is marked, it can't be used again until it's restored. All of your armor is restored when you choose your load for your next score. See loadout.
So the example is that a level 2 harm would become a level 1 harm if you use an armor.
Level 2 is 2 ticks. Level 1 is 1 tick.
What? No, level 2 is level 2 harm. Look,
It's the 2.
This is what I have for harm. Ticked off already.
so it's
So it
the
would be your
so,
other 2.
It would be my other 2. Okay.
Yeah, and also since you already have both ones, and this is severe harm, is severe harm the 3 or the 2? I forget exactly.
I actually don't
I have
know
no idea.
that.
Well,
No,
okay,
I don't
if
think
it-
it
let me
says that on
see.
the sheet.
I just know that I've ticked it off that many times.
No, I'm aware. I'm aware that means that you have 2 in that harm. I think you can use it for sure, but I don't know how effective it will be at this juncture. So there's lesser harm, moderate harm, which is number 2, and severe harm, which is top row 3. So you can reduce it to your second. So you can reduce it to a second harm. So you can mark your second box, Marty.
Okay,
On
because
2.
3 on my Molly sheet says need help, which I assume means like downed. Is that what that is?
I think we need to print you a normal sheet so that
I
it
have
says the
already-
exact thing.
Well, but it
have
also
Yeah.
already-
does-
It says
even-
that on the normal sheet. It
Right.
says
Yeah,
need
on the normal
help.
sheet. It's the 1 say less effect, the 2 say maybe
Minus 1
minus
dice.
1d, and then the 3 say need help.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what that means in the context of this, but that
Well,
is
we're going to have to learn.
All right, great.
So basically, yes, when you have, and this is good to know. Okay, so this character has 3 harm. So basically, I think it is when you have both in harms in one level, which is in level 1, you have reduce effect on everything. If you have both in number 2, you have a -1 dice to everything. If you have
wow.
a level 3 harm, like entirely, then you need help.
Got it.
So I know
You
you
know,
guys have
I'll-
been taking harm willy-nilly.
Yeah, I'm at less effect then for my
Yes.
stuff.
Me too.
Well, we've been rolling with
Um,
lesser effect anyway.
But just now, yeah.
Yeah.
I just got that.
All right,
Okay.
so I'm marking in the -1d thing if I use armor.
Well, no, I'm saying if you use armor, you already have both of your both of your minus 1Ds checked off, right?
No, I have
just one of them.
checked off. One
Okay,
is
So
empty.
so
yes, if you
okay,
use
so yes.
armor, you check off your other 1d1.
Yes, and now everything is minus 1 dice.
Great. And I've
Okay.
used.
Sorry, we should be ending soon.
All right, great.
Because we have
Sorry
to
about
end.
that.
We have to end.
I wasn't trying
Can
to
I-
hold us up.
Yeah.
Do a flashback.
Of course you can.
Okay. One of my strange friends is Quellen, a witch.
Okay.
I would like to have talked to Quellen prior to this when Mira was getting all of the like, what is the best place to hit them? Where will they hurt? Right. I would like to have tried to convince her to meet us there, or at the very least, provide a warding charm on the door of this place such that nobody would be able to leave it for the next 30 minutes.
Okay, so that nobody can leave for the next 30 minutes? Okay. I'm going to
Just like a
say,
bubble,
Us?
essentially.
I'm-
Yeah, all
I'm
of
gonna-
us.
including all of you,
Just a full bubble it.
I'm going to say that that's going to require 2 stress.
That's fair.
As you have to have her do this warding when no one is around, and takes it. Are you sure that this is a good idea?
I just feel like the man is called Bear. You know, if he tries to throw his weight around, it is probably better for him to be engaged.
And you're sure that you do not want yourself to be able to leave?
I mean, listen, perhaps you put code word or something that would let us pass if we need.
All right. It might be more difficult. I think I'll say if it's one more stress, you can make it so that you guys can leave free.
Don't have it to spend.
Okay, understood. As Bear barrels on through, you, giving you that concussion, it will hits this like magical warding that like, what the fuck?
And then I'd love to run because I know that's
Yeah.
coming. I want to basically like off the ropes as he rebounds off of that, coming with a haymaker.
Okay, go ahead.
Skirmish. 6.
6. Knocked out cold. Knocked out cold. Now, as we end this evening, Bear is knocked out cold, and you are all trapped inside the headquarters for 30 minutes with an ice ghost. And we will pick up there next time.
I love it.
Oh my god.
I
So-
fear I love it.
I fear I love it. So, where we are now, we will, I swear to God, be better at the rules, because it's not just everyone here, it's me too. I should know what harm does. I don't. I'll learn it better too. I should know what armor does. I'll learn it better too. But,
We thought we were doing a social encounter.
it's
Why would
true.
we have needed harm?
Well, technically, I should know what all of it is. But thank you so much for being here, gang. Next time when you see the bridge trolls, we will resolve the rest of this score to see what happens if they're able to get out in time, deal with this ghost. Do the rest of the Fog Hounds come back in the 30 minutes that they're supposed to be trapped in this room? What do they do to the headquarters? We'll figure it all out. All I know is that they made an insane and very cool choice to align with the Vultures, and I can't wait to see how it all pans out as they've gone to war with the Fog Hounds. As we
means
end this evening... Yeah, what's up?
The Vultures can't leave for 30 minutes either.
No, I know. The Vultures can't leave for 30 minutes either, but... So?
I don't know. They're
They
stuck
have
in
to
here
help,
with
yeah.
us. They have to help us, or they're gonna be fucked.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna love that. Everyone, very quickly, because it's later than I wanted it to be. Everyone, say who you are and who you played, and then we'll get on out of here. Gabe.
Hi, star of the show, Gabe Greenspan. I play Abel Doswell. You can find me at GabeSpan on everything.
Okay, Marty.
Marty Abby Schneider, Edric Merrifield, and I'm already too easy to find.
Molly.
Hi, I'm Molly. I'm playing Kenna Evelyn, and I'm MJ Russell on things.
And Jasmine.
Hello, I'm Jasmine. I play Mira, and you can find me at FlaxerJ on Instagram.
And let me remind you that both women are out of bullets, so we can't
And guns.
shoot and guns, so we can't shoot the ghost. We'll see what happens next time.
But
You
she's
can
not
always
wrong.
stab it.
She's in the lightning thing.
she is in the lightning thing. Thank you so much for being here, gang. We'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.